All right. What is going on, everybody? Hello, 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 hello. Don't know who's going to watch this tonight. Another unrehearsed, unscheduled, unplanned live stream. I don't have high expectations stream tonight. That's okay. I think we're going to have some fun. And hey, it's Saturday night, man. If you guys are watching in the future, as always, throw in that hashtag future because you weren't able to make it during the live. Totally cool. Not an issue at all. Check us out on Instagram and join the Discord. It's free for now. It won't always be free, but it is free at the moment. And I don't like to really put that in my videos because bots like to join, but you know what? Hit me up. I'll send you a link for that and everything. And hey, we're having fun, man. We're having a really good time. Earlier today, we did stream on a non-TCG's channel, and that was awesome. That was super cool. 22s in chat. Everybody's throwing up the 22s. I love to see it. We love to see it. People always ask, what does 22 mean? To be honest, it doesn't have a meaning. For me, I've been using it for probably 10 years plus on all my YouTube channels and streams on Twitch and everything. It's just a term of endearment, like acknowledging what's up. Like, what's up, dude? 22, throw 22. You know what I mean? There's no real meaning to it or anything. So, yeah, great weekend so far. Yesterday we streamed with Dan from Catch 'em All Collectibles. Incredible stream. Love hearing his point of view. You know, he does a lot of what's the word? Consignments and stuff. So it's fascinating to learn from him. He said he did like what 9 million in sales last year or whatever. So love hearing that, man. Love hearing the insight. He does a lot of different things, hires different people. And this morning, did not plan on streaming. Non TCG was like, "Yo, you want to stream?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." When? He's like, 20 minutes from now. I was like, "God damn, yes, yep, 20 minutes from now. Fuck it." I'm that kind of guy. You know what I mean? You don't have to set up appointments with me for weeks on end if I like you, and I'm also free at the same time. Both things have to exist at the same time. I just wasn't busy this morning. We were getting ready for my kid's birthday, and you know, it's actually not his birthday today, but it's on a weekday or whatever. So he wanted to do it on the weekend, and it made more sense for all of us. We're all off, and good for everybody. And then tomorrow we will be live with Pokey Profit, and I believe that's on my channel. So gonna be cool. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk to Pokey Profit. That will be at 6 p.m. EST. So damn, we got most of the legends, not all, but we got most of the legend in one weekend done. That's pretty crazy, man. Like I said, Catch 'em All Collectibles Friday. Today was a non-TCG we did on his channel, and then Pokey Profit Sunday. Crazy. What a weekend of content. So why did I go live today? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't have any motive or goal, or we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna Q&A it and have some fun, talk Pokemon, right? But nobody's making content right now. I don't know what the heck's going on. There's no content to watch. What is going on in the Pokemon community, bro? I think I watched all the videos and it was like 3 or 4. Like, what are we doing? It's Saturday night, nothing. Nobody wants to do any. There's no content. What is this shit? We're just, I don't know. Maybe this weekend wasn't a weekend, so I don't know. Nobody's really producing content today, or I shouldn't say the weekend, Saturday. So I said, fuck it, I'll go live. You know, if nobody's making content, I'll make the content for the viewers. Fuck that. Fuck it, right? You know, yo, TRJ, what's up, dude? He said we topping. Oh, that's funny. You think we're topping out? I will say Perfect Order has sold terrible for me so far. I haven't actually, I just full disclosure, I haven't sold anything for Perfect Order. Now, we did mention that yesterday. I'm not going to race to the bottom. I'm priced at 215 on my booster box. Let's check out the market, actually. I want to say market's like 205, 207. So we're not that far. Honestly, I'm not going to sell them for 200 or 205. It just doesn't make sense, you know? So I'm just going to leave them there. And I think eventually they'll sell and, you know, market will cover a little bit. So obviously we'll see on that. But I think we'll do fine on it. I just think right now everybody's just undercutting the market. Like, let's just call it what it is, you know? So, oh, why is my screen taking so long to load? I'm lagging. Let me know if I'm lagging for you guys. Hopefully I'm not. Let's see. I don't know if this is capturing properly. It might not be. Yeah, that's not capturing properly. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll just read the market. Yeah, it's 205, 38, last sold 209. So we're really not far. We're really not far from, you know, hitting the price point at 215. I genuinely think once things cool off a little bit, people can stop getting them the way they want to. they'll sell eventually. I came into it knowing it wasn't going to be a top seller or anything, so it's all good. If you guys, as always, super chats take priority. It supports the stream. Blah 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 blah. I will try to get through all your questions, but obviously it's much easier to see those and all that good stuff. TRJ says the market's burnt. Hey, I think it's a great time. I think it's a great time. Good opportunities with Prismatic. I've had some people reach out. They saw the stream that I did with Anon and Dan, and I've had a couple people now hit me up. So we're gonna do some deals. I will be buying Prismatic Evolution ETBs at 85%, and so far I've locked in 20, and I'm hoping to lock in. I would love to lock in like 200, 300 total, but I don't know how many people are going to hit me up, but that would be fantastic at 85%, whatever the market is when they get them. It is what it is. I'm willing to go down with that ship. I really am for Prismatic Evolutions. I'll take that risk. Me buying at 85%. Who knows? It can go down another 20 bucks, 30 bucks. I'll take that risk for Prismatic. I don't mind. Personally, I think it will recover and will be perfectly fine. But I hope that the market panics. And I hope everybody freaks out about their Prismatic Evolution, man. That's good for me. That's good for me. The more they panic, the more I buy and the more aggressive I get buying. So I look forward to it. I hope everything crashes and burns. I want to be the ultimate scalper. Please reveal all your secrets. I need these at MSRP and I work 7 days a week. So I'm not actually a scalper. So a scalper is someone who goes to a store. I do not get anything. I shouldn't say anything. 99.9% of what I get is not at MSRP. I buy collections. I buy in bulk from people at a certain percentage, depending on what it is, depending on how liquid the item is, depending on the quantity they have. So I'm no different than you. You work 7 days a week. So I work 5 days a week at my job, about 60 hours minimum. And then some weeks are like 70, 75. And then I run the business. So I do work 7 days a week. It's only 5 at my job, though. So I don't really have any advice for you on that. It sounded more like you're throwing shade, but maybe you weren't. It just sounded that way. DJ, I want to be the. Oh, I already read that. Curry, just zoom out. And we never crashed. Not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, if you zoom out on stuff, you're good. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. That's what's up, man. Good evening, bro. How you doing? I think just wait for the stock in the physical stores to run out and your perfect order online starts moving. 100%. 100%, bro. Like I 100% agree. I genuinely think I'll do perfectly fine on these perfect order. You got to think too. I got sealed cases that I'm selling. I got a little bit of loose, but not much. But it's mostly sealed cases. I'm not going to let those go. Not for I'm selling them for $220. I think for a sealed case, each one. Right? Like I don't mind holding those, bro. They don't take up any space really. They're convenient. I know eventually we'll do great on them. So maybe if you had loose booster boxes, you might discount those $5, maybe even $10, depending on your situation. But the cases, nah, man, those are a different situation. I would definitely not liquidate those. I wouldn't liquidate anything, but if you were, it definitely wouldn't be the cases, right? I liquidated my 401k and savings for Pokemon. No. What? That must be troll. I hope that's a troll, my guy. No. What are we doing? No, absolutely not. Don't do that ever. Max out your 401k, do all the important stuff. And then after that, take care of your Pokemon position. That's what I would say personally. Take care of your bills, take care of all that. Just went to my first card show, brought 2 151 bundles, a white flare and a black ball ETB, and walked away with $550. Good come up. I don't know what percentage that is. That sounds really good. Awesome, dude. Congrats. Hell yeah. My 151 bundles are sitting for 180. It's weird, but it's really not that weird because people are going to tip me, right? That's $5 under market. They don't want to buy it right now. They're going to want to buy it though when it's 210, 220, 230. That's when people want 151 bundles. It's the same shit, different day. Do you buy scalper prices? Duh, everybody does. No hate, just a new word I like to call. Yeah, of course you buy scalper prices, man. Like, yeah, I don't have time to sit there and go to Targets and Walmarts and stand in line, brother. Like the people who can do that, hey, good for them. I don't have that kind of time. And even if I did have the time, it would get me, four products if I hit 2 different restocks. What am I gonna do with that? For my store, four ETBs is nothing for me, bro. Like it's not even worth my time. It's definitely not worth my time when you count like gas and standing in line and hunting and all the times you fail. I guess you could argue it'd be a different situation if you knew the exact time it was going to happen. It might be worth your time to walk in at that point. Like if you knew 6 p.m. Friday evening, going to restock, you walk in, you could buy, you could leave. Maybe that's a different situation, but that's never how it goes. My local Best Buy had hundreds of ETBs stocked on Friday. Went in to pick up another one today, and they're like half sold out. Oh, nice. Yeah, once all those sell out, man, things will change. DJ, you get Best Buy SBC in yet? I did get mine. Yeah, I got one. It was awesome. I've probably tried to be invited for God since like 2021 for GPUs. Never got selected. Never got selected for anything. Pokemon in the last year and a half or so. And yeah, I actually won the SBC. So that's downstairs. So yes, I did get one thing for MSRP, which is dope. It was $90, and with tax, free shipping, I think it was 95. So I'm like, wow, this is great. 95. I threw it on the store for 300. I think market's 340. Full disclosure. Hey, or 330. I don't know. Whatever the hell it is. You know what? That's why I say 99.9%. We did get one thing for MSRP. Feels good. Feels good, man. Hope the first partner items come down. I would be shocked if they did. If you guys didn't watch the podcast I did yesterday with Dan from Catch 'em All Collectibles, he is literally paying 92%. He's aiming for 90, but he's paying as high as 92%. He's buying thousands of those sealed product. I don't see any way that the market's going to come down on them. When you got Dan buying thousands of them, when you have other people that are like Dan buying thousands of them, there's no, that's the thing that people might not understand. If every time something goes down, or hell, even moves up or stays stagnant, and somebody buys it like in mass, there's really no way for it to go down, right? Now, if everybody took a stand and was like, yeah, I'm not buying that shit, sure, maybe it would drop. But you have to understand the people with money, they're moving in. They see the opportunity. They know that the 30th anniversary is going to come. And when the 30th anniversary news comes out, maybe a lot of those people are thinking, hey, they're going to come back to these and everybody's going to want them. And I'm telling you, people with money are making a move on those first partners right now as we speak, trying to get them graded, trying to keep them sealed, trying to get some that are just raw, putting them on the internet, I'm telling you. I did go to GameStop today. Again, celebrating the kid's birthday. We got him what is it called? MetaQuest 3. And so I asked the guy, because you guys know I got a Gengar the other day. I think this one might 10, bro. I think this might 10. And I was like, hey, do you guys have any more of those Gengars? And he was like, funny you say that. I found 3 under the keyboard today. And he picked up his keyboard and he had 3 more. He wouldn't let me buy all 3, which is fair. I get it. I'm not mad. He let me buy one. So yesterday I had to only spend 15 to get one. Today I had to spend 20. So we opened up a prismatic tin. Didn't get anything. If you didn't know, these are selling for over $100 now. Over $100 fucking dollars. So I'm hoping to get a 10 on one of these. Centering is pretty good on this one, man. I don't think it'd be 50-50. I think it's probably within the margin. This one's pretty close. The other one's slightly worse on the centering, but this is pretty clean, man. This is pretty clean. So, dude, if I can land a 10 on this, I think it's worth it. It cost me $22. So, well, plus the grading fee, 40, 45. We got a good chance. We got a good chance of tinning. I need to see a sended ETB case on your store. So the one case I had, I've sold 2 cases, but both of those sell so fast, bro, for full market instantly, bro. Like, you can get full market for sended all day. I just put 2 ETBs on there, for like 120. So we'll see if those sell. I'm sure they will. Right. And I have a lot of Ascended Heroes products on there that are like the 2-pack, the 3-pack, $1 under market, nothing crazy. But at the same time, I paid so strong on them that I would rather them just sit there and just wait until we get market on them. It is what it is. Oh, I did put in an open case of the poster collection on there today. I didn't want to do it, but I just got 2 more cases of those. I don't know why they're coming open, which sucks, but whatever. It's 3 Gardevoir and it's 3 Lucario. So I think I did $5 off of each one on market. I think something, maybe $2 off, $3. I don't remember. I really don't want to sell those. I just don't see any way that the 10-pack does not become the next Blooming Waters level, $150, $170 range. I think at 120 is way too cheap for those. They're sold out at the GameStops that I've looked at. So, I mean, yeah, right now, really easy to get, really affordable. I talked to the wife and I was like, look, we should probably sell 1 case, right? Just to, I got to recoup funds. I got to keep buying collections. I got to keep the money churning and burning. So as much as it kills me I am gonna sell one of the open cases. Oh, it's so sad, bro. Like, I know I'm gonna be kicking myself. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you. Um, I I bought all these for full market, by the way. These ones. Now the case, I didn't have to pay full market for. I'm just showing you guys. My money is where my mouth is on these, man. I went to GameStop and bought these every day, and yeah, they were like 105, 102. I don't remember 107. I don't remember, man. Whatever the heck it was, but there's just no way. A month from now, these don't go up a little bit. 3 months from now, these things are rallying. I just don't see any possible ways. 10 packs of Ascended and a promo, literally a no brainer. This product is going to be phenomenal long term. And I'm definitely going to regret selling that open case for 120 or whatever the heck it is per. I'm going to really regret it. I am 1,000% sure I will regret that. But like I said, I got to keep it churning and burning. Ah, so sad, bro. So sad. It is what it is, right? I need to see an illustration first partner case you think is a buy. So did I sell 2 or 3 cases of that, chat? I don't remember. I sold them way too cheap. I think I sold each one for like $38 or $39 in a sealed case. That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. Oh God, I think they're like 50, 55 now a pop. Open, loose, case, not even case. I sold those way too cheap like an idiot, but I made my percentage, so you can't get mad. If you make your percentage, keep it moving. Don't be too sad. Don't. It is what it is. Went Friday night to my GameStop to try to get the promo, and the guy told me they ran out within the first hour. Damn. Is it crazy to expect Senate Heroes to hit 300 to 400 when out of rotation? Oh no, that's probably going to happen. Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't. Unless it gets the prismatic treatment, which I expect it to get eventually. I really do. I think it's too popular of a set, and yeah, it's kind of like Prismatic 2.0. Improved in a way in certain realms. Absolutely. I think he'll come to Sam's. I think he'll come to Costco. Now, obviously, I don't have any evidence of that. That's what my gut tells me. And I put a Destined Rivals ETB on the case. I mean, on the store, and it's got some corner issues. Not gonna lie, I show the photos of that. I think I marked it down $20 or $30. I don't remember, but it's still sealed, still fine. If you put in acrylic, you wouldn't really notice. But we did get that today. Yeah, I bought a very small collection today. So the small collection had 2 B grade Phantasmal Flames. One of them has a tear like this big, as I disclose on the website, and the other one doesn't have a tear. And so those are 2 B grades. I'm only asking like $83. I forget what the market is on Phantasmal Flames ETBs. Like, I think they just broke 103 or something. So $83, can't really complain, right? You're basically paying like 80% or whatever that is. And then we got 2 Ascended Heroes. One is good. And the other one is got a corner damage, like a itty bitty corner hole. And then I got 1 more ETB off somebody else locally. So yeah, I just listed the 2 regular, and then I'll put a B grade on there. I don't know when, but anyways, after talking to Anon today, he gave me some really good ideas. This is why I love chatting with all these guys, man. They really give you some great advice. They really do. You got one? What did you get? Somebody just buy something? No, I don't think so. I don't see any new orders. Oh, yeah, there is a new order. What did you buy? Oh, somebody just bought my SPC. Yep, nice. Was that you? J-Fly? Nice, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, thanks for buying that. What was I saying? So Anon gave me a really good idea because I asked him, I was like, man, it's really been stressing me out, like trying to get more product and like uploading things every day, and he's like, dude, just do it on like one day and, do it for your Discord members only or a Patreon or something, right? Like, and just, hey, I'm going to restock Monday, 6 p.m. or Friday, 7 p.m. Every Friday. That's when you get the new stuff. Because right now, when you come on my store, you never know, which is kind of cool. If you're no-lifing it and you check my store, a couple times a day, it probably benefits you a lot. Sometimes I'm just sitting around and I'll like, Paldea Vol booster box. 22 if you've ever sniped something on my store, that was never announced. Or I'll just throw 4 ETBs on there for prismatic randomly. You know what I mean? Just random. Or I don't know, something I have laying around that I find in a closet. I have a lot of shit just like random places around the house. And I'll be like, oh, I have another Ascent of Heroes ETB. And I just throw two on there. Um, so for potentially getting away from that, I think that would actually be a good idea. And maybe just, like I said, for now, just throw it in the Discord. Like, hey guys, I'm going to do it on this day. You know what I mean? Or roughly at this time every week, and not put so much stress on myself. And you can kind of expect or kind of have some idea when things would come to the store. And then that helps me with the workload as well, to where I don't have to come home every single day for my lunch break. Cause that's what I'm doing now is every day I come home, pack the orders, and get them sent out in my lunch break, like every time. Or I do them at night. It just depends how many orders it is and I spread it out. So I think that would be a lot healthier for me. How are you feeling since PO launched? Is it me or did we think other sets are about to move up? I would not be surprised if other sets moved up, because Perfect Order, at the moment isn't getting a whole bunch of attention. That being said, man, this market's crazy. This market's weird. It does interesting things. I'm not going to even try to predict what's going to happen. What I assume is going to happen is it's super easy to get Perfect Order right now. Once that dries up, the supply dries up, all the people who are undercutting one another to just try to get rid of it, people like me that still have it for 215 a booster box, 220 or whatever range, they'll start getting bought up. And then, yeah, maybe eventually we'll get to like that 220 or, yeah, 230 range, maybe 225 range. That's what I think will happen. It could be completely wrong. This shit could go to MSRP and could crash and burn. Nobody could ever want it. But I just don't think that'll happen. I really don't. I just don't think so. Sounds very unlikely, but of course, not impossible. Oh, this motherfucker, get a shirt on, bro. I'm not reading your shit. No offense to you. Thank you for coming in every time, Nate Dog. I don't want to get, what's the word? Demonetized? Yeah, because you don't want to wear a shirt in your profile picture. Nothing against you. Thank you for being here as always. Don't sweat Lost Origin, homie. It'll move up, but you made the right call. Wait, what happened with Lost Origin? Oh, yeah, I can't read his comment. Sorry. Was little back. I got the first partner's case the other day. Oh, was that you? Was that you who bought it? Whoever bought that first partner case off me, you're sitting pretty, man. Good for you. Congrats. If this market cools off, MSRP gang, what percentage of content creators and vendors do you think will disappear? And how long do you think it will take? I really don't think we're going to MSRP anytime soon. Now, again, Perfect Order, you can have bad sets and still be in a bull run, right? Like it is what it is. I don't see that happening. I just don't. I just don't, man. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to even envision that scenario. I just can't see it. I just can't see MSRP, dude. Like, nah. I just can't even envision it. But yeah, let's just pretend hypothetically it all went to MSRP. I think probably half the people would quit. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't quit. I mean, I'm here for the long run, man. DJ just placed an order on the prismatic UPC. Is it in good shape? Sealed good. Yeah, it's in good shape. Yeah. 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 You should probably ask that before you buy. I always listen, if I don't disclose that there's issues, always read the descriptions, guys. I always have description in there. To be fair, anything with ETB, more specifically UPCs and SPCs, they just generally tend to have air holes manufactured in them, like 99% of them. Yeah, I always disclose everything. There'll always be something. Always read the description. You never know. No shirt on guy is hilarious. PO and C, Perfect Order and CR. Chaos Rising are going to be as close as the market gets to cooling. The Ruby Sapphire Emerald stuff is going to blow up in the summer. Yeah, dude, I think nothing but gains ahead. Yeah, for sure. Do you think we'll see prismatic ETBs flooding Costco Sam's, or is this a small reprint? Full disclosure, my opinion means nothing, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. That being said, I don't foresee that at Costco and Sam's, but I encourage that. I hope so. Genuinely, I would love a mass reprint to that level. I don't think these Walmart ones are really going to affect it. I genuinely don't think the distro ones that are about to come out are really going to affect the market that much. Sure, we'll see it come down a little bit, right? Sure. But yeah, if you had both of those, and then you also had Costco and Sam's, we could see a really healthy pullback. Plus GameStop, right? We could see a healthy pullback to like 140, 150. God, I would love that. I really would, man. I would love a mass reprint of Prismatic. Send it to $100. Send it to $100. I would love that. Holy shit. Honestly, if Prismatic even got close to that range, I mean, I'd be buying heavy even at 140, 150 personally. But if we even got close to 100, 120, brother, I'm selling all this. Well, a lot of this is Prismatic, but I'm selling all the non-Prismatic. The money should hit my account in like 2 days, usually from Shopify, sometimes 3 business days. And I'm buying as much Prismatic for full market as I can. Because, full market at that point is, like I said, 100, 120. Oh, God, please. Please let that happen. Please. I would love that to happen. But I just don't see that happening. I think it's too hot of a set. We're too deep into it. We're well over a year now. It's about to be April. I just can't see it. But I hope so. I really do, man. It'd be great. I would load the freaking truck, bro. I would probably fire sale 50% of what I have. I mean, I'm only things I'm up on, right? And I would load it back up on Prismatic like I did in the beginning of my store when I was buying them from, as low as 80, but generally from that 90 to $100 range. Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be great, man. What's the exact percentage you see the overall market increasing in terms of market cap? And what is the exact time and day it happened? What the hell type of question is this, bro? Bro, let me just exact day and time. What are you talking? Let me just get my 8 ball out and just predict the future for you right quick. Brother, I don't know. How would I know that? How would I know? That's so specific. The date and the time. You want to know at 1:32 afternoon on April 11th, the Pokemon market will crash. Like what? Brother, how would I know the answer to that? I don't even know how to answer that. That's crazy. That's a crazy question. Thank you. I did, and I didn't see anything noted, but I thought I would ask. Click to buy. It's a good buy. Yeah, it's a good buy, man. There's a hot take, but prismatic singles will crash eventually. I would love to hear why you think that. That sounds crazy. Well, singles. Okay, hold on. Singles. Okay. I don't really do singles much. I do for my personal collection a bit, a little bit of vending, but I don't really. This is gonna be a hot take for a lot of people, but I don't really invest in singles. I know you can make a crap load of money with them. It's just not my thing. It doesn't interest me. It doesn't do it for me. I do like collecting singles, but not for me. I ended up pre-ordering 4 prismatic ETBs from GameStop. Oh, nice. I did 2, just 2. No, I take that back. We did 2 on the kids account. We did get 4. Knowing GameStop, they probably have huge holes and errors and issues, but fuck it. For 150, it's okay. What's the most important lesson you have learned with your Pokemon business so far? Wow. Oh, God. Just one lesson, huh? The most important. What a great question. What a fantastic question. What a perfect question. Man, I've learned a million things. If you really want something in quantity, this is specific to my business. This is not for collecting. This is not for investing. Maybe for investing. If you really want quantity, you are going to have to pay up. And you're going to have to be aggressive. And you don't have time to waste. I think those would be kind of like the same idea. That's definitely the most important thing. Again, came from crypto world. I've done a million things. Stock world, comic book. I've been there, done that, right? And a lot of time you look around for a deal, you shop for a deal, and you have time to do those things. And often, you get a deal for buying a large quantity. And I kind of figured Pokemon would be similar. Every now and then there's like a quantity deal, but it doesn't really exist from what I've seen. Sometimes I feel like you have to pay more for quantity of good stuff, crap, ancillary, all this other bullshit. Yeah, you can get that. But like the really good stuff, I've learned with the business, you just got to pay up. Just pay up, just do it, pull the trigger, don't second guess it, buy. Shut your mouth and don't think about it. Don't overthink it, because by the time you've overthought it, overshot it, and overanalyzed it, that opportunity's gone. Now, again, if you're investing, if you do not have a business to run or blah, 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 take your time, look for deals, shop around. That's great. But a lot of these deals, a lot of these offers, they're for that minute, that second, not literally 1 second, but you know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, here's the offer to you. If you don't want to buy it, there will be 10 other people willing to buy it. And they will put a smile on their face and they will be happy to buy it. And so that would be the biggest lesson for sure is pull the trigger, just do it. Just shut up, just buy it. It doesn't matter. For the good sets, just do it. Opportunity comes up. Yes. The answer is yes. Absolutely. Let's do it. Did you get your Prismatic Supreme box from Best Buy today? I did. Is it called Supreme? The SPC? Yeah, I did. Yep. It just sold actually. DJ, the perfect troll, my man. You heard it here, boys. April 11th, market crash. Printed to death. Singles will be available as more ripped. So when? Like, what time horizon are you talking about, D-Hawk? You said prismatic singles will crash. Like, on what time horizon are you talking about? Like, when? Most important lesson was you got to learn to pay up. Yeah. Yeah, but it has to be the right collection or it has to be the right opportunity. Now, as I always say, people get that very confused. I watched a live stream of you, DJ. I heard you're paying up. No. That's for cases. That's for quantity as well. Yeah. If I can get, I've said this on Anon's channel today, dude, if somebody's going to, they're all saying they're getting their prismatic ETBs anywhere from 90 to $100, right? And those are going to be sealed cases of ETBs. So if somebody wants to sell them to me for 140 a pop, sealed cases, come my way. I'll buy every single one. You'll make 40% profit roughly. I will buy that all day, which I'm assuming is going to be full market. Potentially, I probably would go to 150. Yeah, if the quantity is right. If you got 20 cases for me, yes, I will pay 150 per. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. For the case premium, let's do it. I don't care. Is that full market? It probably will be by then. Or close enough, right? What people get misconstrued is they're like, I heard you're paying 150 in ETB for prismatic. No, not for your loose prismatic. Fuck no. Get out of here with that bullshit. No. So I'm telling you, I have to keep saying that because literally I have this conversation probably 3 to 5 times a day. People hear, la, 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 la. DJ's paying 150 prismatic. La, 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 la. That's what they hear. It's so annoying. No. If you have sealed cases from distro, yes, that's a totally different subject. Absolutely. I will pay up big. Yes. So hit me up. Make 40, 50% off me. Whatever. I don't care. 40% if you only got a couple, 50% if you got a bunch to sell me. I'm ready. Let me know. I'll wire you. Let's do it. Send them. Sorry you're blowing up my chat. Oh, don't be sorry. Make sure you hit the like button. Y'all are helping the algo, man. The more y'all talk, hey, it's free to talk. We got 16 likes. The disrespect is crazy right now. I think within a year. I mean, a lot can happen in a year, right? Yeah, a lot can happen. I mean, you got to think though. That's one of the best sets. Like best sets, definitely in the modern era. Arguably for some people, number 1. Some people put it top 3. Some people put it top 5. I think you're crazy to put it top 5. Like it's phenomenal, but that's fine. It is what it is. It's your top 5. Such a great set, man. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, we go to bear run. Of course, that could definitely happen. But something you're not really considering, you said within a year, right? Let's just say that goes out to a year. Well, what happens in a year? Can somebody guess without me telling them? What happens to prismatic in a year? It's about to be April, by the way. What happens in a year for prismatic? Somebody help this guy out. Somebody help this guy out. Guess it. Come on. There's got to be one person with the 130 IQ that can figure out what I'm thinking. No more reprints. There you go. Rotates out. So, D-Hawk, I want you to think about what you're saying here, buddy. We're deep into prismatic, man. We're in the back half of that now. It is April, or about to be April, dude. Shit came out, what, January, I believe? A year from now? Bro, we're out of rotation. You think as it goes out of print, when you can't get it anymore, besides like some warehouse finding it or something, that's when you think we crash? Really? When you can't get it anymore? Was it April 1st, 2027? Are you sure? I thought it was 26 for that block. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at the card. I think I have a prismatic card right here. Was it 27? You know what? Oh my God. It's 26 right now. Yes, it is 27. I'm tripping. So prismatic, hold on, that's SVP. Yeah, dude, I'm tripping. I'm thinking it's 2025 right now. Time is flying, guys. Time is flying. Holy shit. Oh my god. Where's my prismatic one? I'm looking for a prismatic card. Hold on. SVP. What's the block for prismatic? Was it G? I can't remember, man. I got too many cards next to me. I don't remember off the top of my head. Somebody tell me the block. Who's got a prismatic card next to him? I don't know. I got a prismatic thing in there, but it's too much, bro. I'd have to pick up too much to find the prismatic bundles or the prismatic pile of cards. Yeah, dude, I just can't imagine. Like, why would it rotating out make it go down? That sounds crazy to me. Look at 151 prices for singles 6 to 8 months ago. No. I think you're completely wrong. I think you're respectfully. Look at the prices right now. Look at the prices right now for 151. I think the Charizard, if I'm not mistaken, PSA 10 still going for $2,000. All of 151 is shot up like crazy and it hasn't officially. Well, there's really no. Yeah. Let me take this back. It still hasn't rotated out for 151. And everything's mooning. By that time for prismatic, we'd be a couple days away from it rotating out. It just wouldn't make sense, bro. You said 1 year from now. Like, this shit's about to rotate out, bro. Like, before you guys know it, we are already going to be at the 30th. It's about to be April right now. I remember New Year's. I feel like New Year's was last weekend, bro. We're already in Q2 right now. Well, we're about to start Q2 in a couple days, right? We're basically in Q2. Time is flying. And before you know it, prismatic is going to, that's it. Not going to be any more, bro. So now I respectfully have to disagree, bro. There's just no way. There's just no way. It becoming, oh God, this guy without the shirt. So literally 1 year and 4 days from today. There you go. There you go. I got 3-pack blisters, but not opening it. Paldean Fates Prismatic or 151. You keep one in existence, and the other two are deleted forever. Which one do you keep? Oh, I would keep Prismatic for me. I get it. 151 is the more popular set. People love it more. I love my Gen 1 as well. I grew up on Gen 1. But I'm keeping Prismatic. Bro. I'm sorry. I'm keeping Prismatic. And I guess the other two can die, which I love both of those, but that's just me. That's just me. Yeah. 151. I respect 151 a lot. I think it's a great set. I don't think the cards are as good as people make them sound, bro. Like, I own all those cards. My kids, I shouldn't say all, almost all. My kids almost master set it. To be honest, I've really funded a lot of that. But he put some work into, not gonna lie. He found the Charizard and then graded it. Well, I paid for the $25 and then got a 10. The Blastoise we got on a Blooming Waters. The Venusaur, he bought with his own money. Technically, it wasn't because I gave him the first cards, but whatever. He traded into it with his own money. God, was that a good investment for him? Holy shit. Just having fun. But, the cards aren't that great, man. That Charizard, it's mid. The Blastoise's pretty fire. I'm not going to lie. That Blastoise's fire as hell. Venusaur is pretty lame. Zapdos is pretty fire. Alakazam's not bad. Pretty cool. Charmander's, Charmander, they're all right. Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. Love the Pokemon. I just don't think it's that impressive. It's not that many things that I think is very impressive. And not to mention it's a very small set. I don't know. But for me, tomato. Some people are going to pick the other ones. But I just think Prismatic's just so much better. For me, in my family. We really enjoy it. Just rip the SPC behind you. Find out the block. I could just Google it. Just Google it. I thought for sure 151 would get a reprint, come out right before rotating. I'm so much more bullish on the set, seeing it dodge the reprint. I mean, never say never. Keep Prismatic. Mary 151. He didn't say that. He said 2 had to die. I feel you on that. I would pick the same thing. Oh, God damn it. Get a fucking shirt on, bro. Holy shit. 151 is the best. I keep getting the itch to sell my 151 displays for some prismatic cases. Crazy feeling. Huh. Well, I suppose. I mean, both are so good, bro. Both are so good, man. I don't know. Like, how much are you up on your 151? That's what I'd say. Because prismatic. I just sold another case today in a private sale for 1900, and then shipping's like, what did I charge? $20 for a case. I'm getting a lot of requests to buy those up, man. I'm really not trying to sell those. I'll just be blunt with you guys, man. They're just too good. They're just too freaking good, bro. Um, it's so convenient having 25 booster bundles and just throw it in your closet, man. I don't know, man. Something about it. It's so much better than having all these loose bundles everywhere. I really love it. I really do. The case, yeah, I don't want to sell them all for 19. I just don't. I want to get more upside. And oh shit, did these just go to 2K? Fuck me. God damn it. Of course, every time I sell something, the shit goes up by $50, bro. You always got super chat cutting the line. My boy, always supporting the channel, man. Keeping the stream alive. Thank you so much. Skull says, keep pumping out the videos and lives. Great for your business. Dead. You need to drop link in your store and chat so people can jump right over there. Fuck it, I'll do it. All right, hold on. I'll do it. That's a good idea. DJ's PokeCenter.com. Give me a minute. That's a really good idea. Shop DJ's store. How about that? DJ's store. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I'll pin that to the top. Thank you very much for that donation, buddy. That really helps. Honestly, it motivates me. Yo, TRJ says, sell out a print for in print ASAP. Location, yellow, teal bars. Yellow, teal bars. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that last part means. My boy TRJ just straight trolling again. Do tins and collection boxes move fast if you list them slightly below market? Tins, not really. So I have 2 Ascended Heroes tins that I picked up recently in a collection. I haven't even listed them. Like I said, the 3-packs are sitting. I don't know. Not really. Like, those are ancillary. When they first come out, they're pretty good. So let's see if I can show you. Let's see. When they first come out, they're pretty great. Yeah, they're pretty great. They're pretty fire. You can see, like I said, I just put 2 ETBs up there. These been sitting for a bit. We sold a couple. We sold like half of these and a couple of these. A lot of the ancillary products are sitting for Ascended, but they're still a slow sell, right? Like, it's good to have on the store. This just sold. The Erica is worth more. If you guys didn't know, the Erica is more desirable than the other one, even on TCG. That's why it's a little bit more expensive. I just threw these on eBay because nobody wanted them. Bro, these are going for like $400 and something. I'm not even kidding. Like, you can't even find these on eBay. I was looking, bro. It's like hard as fuck to find. But yeah, a lot of the Ascended Heroes just sitting around. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, ancillary products just sit around, bro. I haven't even listed the tins just because I know they're going to sit there for a while. Tins are pretty much pack price for, right. Yeah. Tins are ancillary, they sit like, yeah. They're probably buying out the floor and sealed. That's why you see the price hike right after you sell. Yeah. I'm happy for the viewers, though. I made a little percentage on them. Not as much as I'd like. But hey, you know what? Somebody's getting a sealed prismatic booster bundle case. Hey, that does make me happy. I'm glad that, my viewers can do well on those. That's great, man. Dime Bag DJ moving up. Live with Dan and Anon back to back. Yes, that stream this morning with Anon was awesome. And tomorrow we're streaming with Poke Profit. So shout out to Poke Profit. We will be on my channel tomorrow. Last time we did his channel. So I love talking to Poke Profit, man. And we did TRJ. Like, what day was that, TRJ? What day did we stream, TRJ? Yeah, I'm running out of people. Shit, who else have we not streamed with? We haven't streamed with Alex. We haven't streamed with who's in our space that I haven't streamed with. I'm trying to think. I've streamed with Brian a couple times. I would love to land the return stream of Pokey. I need to hit him up about that. I don't know if you're here, Pokey. Sometimes you be lurking, sometimes you don't. DM me on Instagram. Let's make it work, bro. Unless you're going to do it on your own. I respect that. But can I do your return stream if you're going to join somebody's stream? Please? That'd be cool. I would really like to do that. Pokey Chuck. Yeah. Pokey Chuck. Where the fuck Pokey Chuck at, man? That boy be ducking me. I love him, though. He's a great dude. Yeah. Yeah, no, Pokechuck's a good dude. You're right. Pokechuck. I still need to stream with Pokechuck. So I haven't streamed with Nomix. I haven't streamed with Pokechuck. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. I don't think there's anyone else. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I got to make a channel, bro. Been following you since your very first stream and been privately growing alongside with you. Gonna put Florida on the map, my man. Yeah, I miss Florida. I don't think I'd ever move back to Florida. Looking back at it, I always wanted to, but swamp ass, bro. I'm good. I remember being on the bus, from middle school to high school. Not all of high school, but some of high school. Bro, that shit was ass. It's so humid, man. I don't know. That shit sucks, bro. Florida's dope, but then all the mosquitoes and you said Pokey Plumber. I would definitely stream with Pokey Plumber. I don't know if he'd want to stream with me, but yeah, I'd be down to stream with Pokey Plumber. Sure. I think that'd be an interesting one. I don't mind streaming with people who have like an opposing viewpoint to me. I think that's fun. I can stream with anybody, man. You can agree with me or disagree with me. I don't care. I'm cool with it. I like the conversation. I can have a conversation with anybody, man. You guys know me. I'm pretty chatty. Pokey Prophet is great at pulling up a chart and telling you if something has gone up or down. Nah, he's more than that. Pokey, whoa. Show respect. Pokey Prophet's cool, man. I fuck with him. Krabby has good stream. Am watching. Yeah, I watched. I think it was his first stream ever the other day. Yeah, man. Shout out to Krabby. He's on the come up. Keep going, bro. Kenny V versus Redbeard. Kenny B, right? Kenny Boulder. Dude, what happened to Kenny Boulder? I haven't seen him make a video in forever. I'm not gonna lie. I don't miss his video. They're kind of all the same. Fucking scalper. Yeah, get your ass up. I don't miss his videos at all. Yeah, I could live. Oh, fuck off, man. Get a damn shirt on. Can't watch Plumber. He just complains and shows off his newest box. Hey, bro. If you got a brand new box for 3 to 5K, at 10K, he'd be throwing some heat. Let him do his thing, man. Let him do his thing. Hey, who else is gonna show it to? People in real life don't really like Pokemon, so I get that, man. I get that. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many people, including me, like we don't have anybody to talk to in real life about Pokemon, so enjoy it. Yeah, I think it's good. Show off your new stuff because nobody else cares on the internet. Kira would be cool. Isn't it Kyra? I think it's Kyra. I would actually enjoy a chat with her. Yeah, she's cool. I like her. Definitely her content, in my opinion, is like the best for that genre. Like you got the Opossum Buds, you got the Kiras, you got the who else is doing that genre? I can't remember. There's some other people, but I would say for me and my style, the comedy level, it's Kira all day. I really enjoy her comedy. Do we align with what we're saying? Not at all. We're probably complete opposites as far as like the channel themselves, but I think we would get along just fine. She's cool. I like her content. She's funny, man. Like, you can just enjoy it. It's just funny as shit, bro. Broke ass Tim. Like that shit. She's hilarious, man. She's funny as hell. I like her. Man, he always bitching and moaning too much for me. No good info. You talking about Kenny? Yeah. I mean, I've never spoke to him. Maybe he's a great guy. I have no idea. Maybe he's a great dude. But like I said, I don't really care for his content personally. It was cool at first. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yo, but like, how many times can you react to like the same scalpers? And it's just boring, man. It's just played out. But hey, hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he's healthy. Hopefully he's doing okay. But just not for me. I'm also like, I don't know if I want to say mature, but I'm older. So like, maybe that's why too. Like I'm just not one to complain to that level. Like I think there's nothing wrong with complaining. Sure, complain, let out your frustrations. That's fine. But like to make a living off of it, like it's kind of weird. Like an obsession. Like, brother, there's more to life than fucking scalper. I think what really did it for me with Kenny was like people got like 2 of something and was like, "Look at this fucking scalper." Or they got like 3 or something. Like, I was like, "All right, bro, come on now." Like we got to up the game a little bit. But I get it, you box yourself into that. Maybe there wasn't a good fight that day or maybe, I don't know. Um I don't know. You can't really change it. So I just for me, like my algo doesn't push that because I'm not interested in that. I've definitely noticed with YouTube, whatever type of person you are, whatever vibe you're looking for, you'll be fed it. And you'll almost like get tricked on like what the real world is because of your maybe not beliefs, but like what you're interested in. When's the nomic stream? You'd have to ask him. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever stream. That really would be up to him. Yeah. He's a busy guy, man. I don't like to bother people you know, that are busy and he's doing his thing, man. He's already streaming a lot. He's doing a lot of videos. So again, up to him, man. I don't know. If he had any free time, I could definitely do it. I'll make it work somehow. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Is there anybody else I'm missing that we have not streamed with? I'm trying to think. I don't feel like there's that many. I really don't. Earn, I've never streamed with him. We're complete polar opposites, but he's not really in like the same field I'm in, I suppose, for YouTube. So I don't know if that would maybe that would work. Maybe it would. I don't know. I'd still chat with him. It'd be fun. I would pay per view if you could get Rudy. Rudy, that's funny. All right, now we're just shooting for Rudy. That's funny, actually. Oh yeah. Come on, bro. Rudy's not talking to people like me. He's not talking to anybody from what I see, but he's definitely not following my little ass channel. No. That's a funny joke though. That's a good one. I just got 2 orange font Australian booster packs. Big come up today. Orange font booster packs? Australian booster pack. Huh. Yeah, I don't know anything about those. What about Steel City? Yeah, Steel City's a good dude. Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, I watch him. Yeah, he's cool. His content is very data point analytics type driven. Yeah, no, I know him. He's cool. He's a cool dude. He watches the channel. I watch his videos. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. He's a cool dude. Yeah. He's a good dude. He's a good dude for sure. What's your guys' favorite pokey content? I like for me, my favorite is business content. But I guess that's also because I'm running a business, so like that really interests me. I definitely would say like the business content is the most niche, probably the smallest genre. I think investing is way bigger, like way bigger. And then after that, like everything else is bigger than that. Those are definitely two like those are the 2 smallest genres. But by far, I think business content is the smallest. Like if I wanted to blow this channel up, I'll tell you what, it's definitely not business content. That would not be the way to do it. But it is really good to grow my business. You know what I'm saying? Like we get a lot of sales from focusing on business content. Um, we're gonna stay small for a while. Like I think I could genuinely get to 10,000 subs in a couple months. I really do. If I talked about investing more. Like if I did the meta, because the meta right now is like 3 things, right? So you put like a booster box and 2 ETBs on the side, or 3 booster box or 3 ETBs, and put like something up top or on the bottom. That's the meta. That's really how you get a lot of views. A lot, right? Consistently, couple, 5 to 10K. Pretty easy to do that meta. And I've thought about that. And I think for my channel style though, it just wouldn't really benefit me. Yeah, I'd get a bunch of views, yeah, I'd get a bunch of subs, but it's not gonna get me a good quality viewer. For me, I'm trying to grow this business. And so focusing on the business and investing side in that way gets me really good, loyal customers. It gets me a, a higher tier of customer. This is something that non TCG talked about today when we streamed on his. It's like if I just did solely investing in like number go up thing, again, plenty of money and ad revenue to make from it, and it would blow up the channel, but it just wouldn't be the customer that I need. Those kind of customers probably gonna be a little more picky, not be able to buy much, not be able to afford much, or as much, I should say, not be able to afford as much. Um, But like right now, man, dude, I feel like if we put a case on there on the store and it's a good case, like it's gonna sell out really fast. And that's really from curating like a different type of audience. Does that make sense? Like, I've had a lot of YouTube channels with viral videos, man. Like, I'm telling you. I mean, I could show you one of my older ones. I know how to go viral, bro, but like I said, I don't think virality would really help this channel or what I'm doing. This is one of my other YouTube channels. I haven't done this channel in so long. Look at this. Oh shit. I mean, look, this got 335,000 views, 120, 113, 99K, 98,000, 91,000, 76,000, 74. I'm telling you, I know how to go viral. Like I've been doing this for a long time. You know what I mean? But again, um, would that really help my business? I don't think so. I just don't. I really don't. Um, I, I like what we're doing right now. Slower growth, quality growth, much, much slower, but I think it's a lot stronger growth that we're building. And so I think I like it. I prefer it. 100%. 100%. The interviews have been dope though, like the borderline free consulting with what you're doing. Well, thanks, man. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I've been loving them, man. They're fun. They're fun to do. They're fun to be a part of and just chat with the homies. I'm not into them, but vendor POV gets a lot of views. I actually was watching vendor POV for a while there. I was, especially while I was like vending heavily. I canceled my April show. So I was going to vend in April. And I think I've been telling you guys like vending was cool for a bit, but I just don't think it's worth my time. I just don't. Um, I just don't, man. I just can't justify it. Like it was good to get rid of some product, but then I ended up picking up a bunch of cards. And then at some shows they sell really well and some they don't. And then I'm just like, dude, what am I doing? I stood here for 8 hours straight. Sometimes I was doing Saturday and Sunday. I'll walk away with 6K. It's not all profit. But let's call it, I'm guessing 1,500 profit. And then I do the math, and if I just focus my energy on buying a collection, we just did 9,700 last weekend in one day, 9,700 in sales. So I did more than I did all weekend, 16 hours of standing, not to mention driving, not to mention the day or two prior, you know, getting all the prices for the cards. And, that in total was probably like 20 to 22 hours of work. Bro, 20 to 22 hours of work, I can make some serious dough with my website, just hunting collections, getting them sent to my front door or to my PO box. It's a no brainer. So yeah, I canceled the show in April. I didn't flake on them. So my neighbor, he was like, DJ, are you doing the April show? I can't find anybody that will let me come with them. I said, bro, I'll just sell you my table for what I paid for it. I paid $80 for it. It's a 2-day show. It's a really big show too, which is awesome. It's in the mall. I said, bro, you can just have it for cost. Just please sign in both days, And so that's what we're going to do. And then May, I'm going to keep that one. That's 703. That's a really big show. That's a great opportunity. It's one day. It's only 7 hours, which I really enjoy. A lot of these other shows, you got to sit for 8 or 9. Don't like it. It's too much. 9 o'clock in the morning, I think it's way too early. 703 is a lot better. I can't remember if it's 10 a.m. I think it's 10 a.m. I prefer 10 a.m. so much more, bro. Like I really enjoy 10 a.m. 9 a.m. is ridiculous. It's so early. People do not need to be there for 7, 8 hours. But I can't miss out on 703. So that would probably be my final show vending. I think so. I think that'll be my final show. And then I'll just sell everything. What I'm thinking of doing for my cards, anything that doesn't sell when I go to the May show, which is borderline June, it's like May 30th or something. Anything that doesn't sell, I think I'm just gonna, bubble wrap it all, put it in a box, send it to Dan for Catch 'em All Collectible or from Catch 'em All Collectibles. All the graded, all the $20 and up cards, just send them all to him. He can put them as a consultant or whatever. And then that's it. Just be done with it. I'll take whatever it sells for. I think if I sent all that, I would break that $1,000 threshold very easily. I think I have 2 cards I could break that really easily. So I don't know if it works like that. I don't know if it's $1,000 per card or if it's like the totality of what you're sending. Not really sure. Either way, the minimum payout is like 91% on cards. So fuck it. Yeah, let's do it, man. Just give me all that money. Then I'm going to take that money and then I'm just going to buy sealed product for the store and go back to what I was doing 100%. I think that's the best thing for me. Um, yeah, that's basically if I do anything but for the store, I'm just losing money. That's how I kind of look at it. And then also, I think I told you guys, I want to say it was 2 weekends ago, but don't quote me. I, for the first time, went to a show as a buyer. And that was interesting. That was really interesting because I've been watching a lot of these YouTubers and they're doing that, man. Like I said, there's this 22-year-old kid. I told Dan about this. Check it out. 22-year-old spends $300,000 at Pokemon show. Something like that was the title. And there's people that just go to these shows and just buy. And I'm like, wow, I just need to do that. 'Cause what's my biggest problem? I always tell you guys, I need more sealed product bad. And so a lot of these guys, bro, they're going to the show. They'll go to the guys who got 100, 200, 300 ETBs or whatever it is behind them. They say, hey, not to waste time, right? They never waste time. That's how I am too when it comes to business. Do you have anything here that you take 80% for? No? Okay, thanks. Have a great day. And you walk away. Then you go to the next vendor. There's hundreds of them, right? I guarantee you a bunch of them have Twilight Masquerade, Surging Sparks, a bunch of bullshit just laying around, white flare that's not selling, all this shit. And they would love to sell it to you if you bought all of it, spent 5 to 10K. And that's what I want to do. I just want to walk around, go to these shows. You got anything? 8%, 8%? No, it's fine. The good stuff, 85% all day. And just go to these shows and come home with $10,000, $20,000 worth of product. And that only took 3 hours of my time, 4 hours of my time. So I think that's a much better way for me to do it. And I think I'm going to continue to just do that. Go to these shows still be in the vendor scene, but not be a vendor. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I think I'm going to try that. And hey, hopefully that works out. Now, ideally, I wouldn't have to do that. Ideally, fantastic collection. Somebody would see my stream. They'd hit me up on Instagram and they'd have some stuff for 80%. And that happens every now and then, but not to the scale that I really need. But yeah, if that continued to happen, that would be the best case scenario. But at the moment, market's really hot. You got to kind of chase it, right? You got to go after it. Rip and chip culture is what's cultivating that with sealed product, with online virtual rips, drives the slab market. Both help push the other higher. Yeah, I don't know much about the online thing. I know Nostalgianomics said he did 500,000 last month just from that. I know he did 750,000 in general in a month, but 500,000 from digital rips, which I believe was 2 times more than him, actually doing the work. So there's money to be made. There's definitely money to be made with digital rips. It's not off the table. I don't know how legit it is. I don't know if it's good. I'm never going to say anything's fully off the table. I can tell you I don't ever want to be a rip and chipper. But hey, if digital rips is just clicking buttons, yeah, that sounds easy. I don't have to ship it to anybody. Shit. Hey, I'm never gonna say that's off the table. Not something I really aspire to do, but you never know. That's what I do when I vend DJ. I bring sealed and buy the shit out of sealed from scalper or vendor who chase drops. Yeah, there you go. Cool Trainer Ryan does buyer videos. It's cool to see the shows and you don't have to kill the whole weekend. Yeah, for sure, bro. Like I don't want to be locked down. When I vend, I'm always by myself, which is really, probably not ideal because I can't even go to the bathroom without somebody watching my stuff. I never have time to walk around and like hunt for stuff and stuff like that. Go up, read my comment, DJ. That's the last one I said. What? As we continue to progress into the gambling type society and the gap between pay classes widens, the allure of hitting a multi-thousand payday for $20, $30 a pack or dice roll becomes a bigger thing. I can see that. I honestly think it's easier to be rich right now than it ever has been. I know it's a hot take. Oh, about to make some people mad. I really do. I think it's easier now to make money than it ever has been, bro. If you're just willing to put the work in, bro. It's so easy. It's so easy right now. I'm at 15 Ascended Heroes ETBs, just buying them from vendors. Average cost 105, which is fine with me. 105 is really good. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, for sure. Dude, I'd be buying at 105. Shit, like I said, I just bought 2 or 3 today. Yeah, I paid about 105, 100. I put them on the store for 120, not a big margin. And it'll make somebody happy. Somebody will buy an Ascended Hero ETB and keep it moving, make a little bit of money, not much. I think digital rips could be a good fit. Again, I'm not going to say never, never, no. It's definitely not no. Um, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the future entails. If somebody made me an offer I couldn't refuse, I'd give it a shot. Sure. Yeah. You got to make me a real good offer though. If you offer me $300, you can kiss my ass. You know what I mean? You really got to make it okay. Is this worth my time kind of deal? Like how do I justify all these streams every day? I look at it as every time I go live is an opportunity for the right person to see me. You would be surprised. You would be surprised how many people I'm sure hit up other content creators, but have been hitting me up that are well connected in something or good at something. And they'll say, hey, dude, just watch the live stream today. Blah, blah, blah. Heard what you said, blah, blah, blah. And so, from a dollar to reward, is this worth my time? No, not at all. Right. Because on ad revenue, I probably make $3 or $4 a stream. Like it's really bad. Every now and then you get a super chat for, $3. That helps for sure. But if I looked at it in that way, is it worth my time to go live for 2-3 hours and make, less than $10? No. However, that right person sees me every so often on one of these streams. And then we end up doing a $10,000 deal, a $20,000 deal, or a $5,000 deal, something like that. So it's definitely worth it to put yourself out there on the internet. And because nobody knows that you're trying to buy collections if you don't keep saying it, right? And so closed mouths don't get fed. So if nobody knows nobody knows you, nobody trusts you, nobody knows you're buying collections, you never get a collection. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you just keep putting yourself out there and eventually maybe something will stick. Let's see. You willing to sell that Gengar? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so, man. I think it's going to 10. What are these going for now? Yesterday, they were going for 100. I just got another one today. I'm pretty sure these just broke 150. I'm pretty sure they broke 150. Let me see. Let me see what they're selling for. These things are going crazy last I checked. Gengar, GameStop. Let's see. And what's crazy... Okay, no, I see one for 115. Let me see the sold. eBay sold. Once these things dry up, that's it. Okay, all three sold today for 150. One just sold for 135, 120, 125, 110 from Canada, 135, 127, wow, somebody just paid 185 or 158, 128, 130. Yeah, these are selling for over 120 all day. Wow. Yeah, no, I'm not looking to sell these, man. I'm probably going to get it graded. Yeah, they're selling, they're strong right now. And again, they're still in circulation right now. They're still technically out there. I just picked one up today. Give it a week. Give it a couple days. Let's see what happens. Either it's going to crash and burn. I don't think so. Or they're going to dry up and that's it. And then they're just going to moon. We'll see. It's Gengar. We'll see. Damn it. Get a shirt on. I'm not reading your comment. It's more of a percentage off rather than the exact number. Got me a PC AHETV today at a show for $330. Guy said wrong price and then honored it. I'm like that too. Yeah, I respect that. Yeah, what I asking? Thinking 20% at least. What? How much of a discount do you take off price for a rip? What? I don't understand. Yeah, you must not be talking to me. The price is the price. I buy at such a high price, bro. I couldn't ever take off really anything. Again, depending on what it is, I'm paying 80, 85. Sometimes I'm even having to cover shipping, depending on how unreasonable the person is, putting me closer to 87. Yeah. So I wouldn't have any discount to open it. No. I just would rather ship it to you at that point. Sometimes I open things for viewers. I don't like to do it too much, but like if somebody wants me to open it for them, I'll do it. Yeah, sure. But not too often, right? Like I did have like 5 people one time in a row, and that was a lot. I was like, fuck, man. And then the viewership starts to go down if you do it too much. I think if you just open one up, it's fine. If you keep opening them and it takes 30 minutes and people start to get bored. I was talking about a rip on a ETB plastic. Yeah, I wouldn't discount that. Again, my margins are pretty slim, so I wouldn't discount to open it or anything. Yeah, no. Because because like there's really no benefit to that. Like, I mean, I open it for the viewer. That's great. Um, you know what I would really love for people to do? I would love for people to buy those lunch boxes I have because oh my god, those are expensive as hell to open. I mean, to ship. Holy crap! I can't put them in like a good box because they're like this big and they're metal and they're heavy as shit. Crazy expensive. I had somebody buy 7. Wow, that was expensive. Just because again, they're this big and metal and heavy. It's just annoying to deal with. I wish somebody would buy those and have me open those on stream because I could save so much on shipping. That'd be great. Local GameStop still had prismatic ETBs pre-sale 2 limit. Nice, bro. What's your thoughts on Shining Fates tins? Um, I don't really have any thoughts on those, man. Shining Fates, I mean, I don't have really any thoughts on that or opinion to be honest. Really anything Shining Fates, I don't yeah. I don't know. It's expensive. Like I don't really focus on it. I don't really study it or anything. So I wouldn't have any comment. I'm guessing ETBs and pig collections. I'm guessing everything you're asking about is Shining Fates. So again, I don't really have anything to say about that to be honest. Would you open up a shop or vend at a show? I vended many times, Jazz, many times this year alone. Would I ever open up an LGS? No, absolutely not. Never in a million years. I shouldn't say never in a million years. If I was like filthy, stanky rich, I'm talking, I have so much money, doesn't matter rich. I probably would. I probably would for fun, just for fun. I wouldn't even look at it as making money, if I was bored. But even then, I probably still wouldn't do it. I just don't think it's worth it in 2026 for me and my goals. I'm a weird person. I'm not going to lie. I don't really want to have those conversations with people. I don't really want to like sit there. Now, a show's different. At a show, we can talk. You're in person. I get it. But like, I don't really want to have an LGS and like shoot the shit and talk and like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to stand there for 8 hours, 12 hours a day, whatever it is, and work. Most of your money is going to go to rent. Depending on your area, it could be $2,000, it could be $5,000, right? It just depends on what state you're in and blah blah blah. And then I have to pay an employee. Most of my money would just go to bills. There'd be really no profit, like very minimal profit, and I just don't think it's good for me. Yo, what's up, cardboard? Hey, better late than never, right? Yeah, LGS for me is just not smart at all. Rudy does a video on this once a year, and oh my lord, does he convince me more and more that is just not worth it. I just cannot see it being worth it in any way. Um, as he mentions, you will get a good set every now and then. Let's say you get 10 cases of it, but even then, it's just not worth it. Like almost every situation, you can make more money just having your own business, like online, doing it from your house or, getting your own warehouse or whatever you want to do on your own and not paying all this rent and all this garbage and employees. And yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like something that would work for me. Dude, I got the Ascended Heroes Unlucky Collector binder the day it arrived. Unlucky Collector. And right after it's delivered, I pulled the Mega Dragonite. I didn't even realize it was delivered. What is the Unlucky Collector binder? I'm not familiar with that, but congrats, dude. Mega Dragonite. Ooh, you make me want to open some Ascended. No, no, I'm not gonna do it. It's not. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I have to open it with the kids. It's too expensive. I at least got to open it with them tomorrow. If I get that itch, man, Ascended has been terrible for me. Feels like prismatic, bro. I don't get anything. I know a lot of people get a whole bunch of luck, and I don't get it. I don't get any luck. I used to have luck in Scarlet and Violet, but ever since Mega Evolution Block, I have no luck, bro. I have sat down and spent $500, $600 a day with the kids, and we get fuck all. Like it, not for Ascended, for the other mega sets. I don't know. I'm just an unlucky dude, bro. I opened so much Phantasmal chasing that Charizard, still never got it. Like I don't know. Mega Block has been very bad for me. Very bad. Nothing of like top tier level where I'm like, okay, we even got the top chase. Never. We just get a bunch of mediocre hits, and I'm like, wow, I just wasted $500. Like, that's crazy, bro. That is not a fun feeling, by the way. That's a terrible feeling opening up 3 or 4 booster boxes and getting nothing. Like, oh, that's a bad feeling, bro. Yeah, terrible feeling. At least if you open 3, 4 booster boxes and you get the top chase, you're only down 50%. You don't get the top chase, you're down like 90+%, bro. It's just a terrible feeling. I don't know. I've definitely controlled myself a lot more. I've only ripped 8 packs. Damn, dude. See, good for you, man. Good for you. Ascendant has been terrible to me. Yeah, it's been really bad to me. I love the set, man. I really do, but I haven't been lucky. Have some side videos. Opening some packs could probably bring in a different crowd. No, I don't think it would. Me and my son love opening packs on cam. He gets into it. Yeah, I just don't want to. I respect it. Thank you for the offers. It seems like it's a good idea, but it just muddies up my channel. My channel is about business and investing, but my journey a lot of the time, right? So I don't want to confuse people. I don't want to spend a bunch because it's going to encourage me, right? If one of those videos does well, guess what? Now that encourages that behavior for me, and now I'm going to spend more money opening packs. So no, me and the kids open packs, and it's more of like a family thing, a private thing. Uh, yeah, we do it in private. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to do that. Love your videos, man. I too am an '07 graduate, my man. So cool to see people my age doing the same thing. Doesn't feel as lonely. Oh, I'll be your friend, buddy. Come here, man. I graduated in England, actually, believe it or not. You vending? So I had 2 shows coming up, 2 big shows. One of them's really big. The other one's pretty big. I just canceled that. My neighbor bought my table for a cost. I think I'm done vending, bro. I'm gonna do one more show in May. It's the biggest, arguably the biggest besides Collecticon in Virginia. It's called 703. Fantastic show. They really know how to throw a show. Yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, I think I'm done vending, bro. Like, it's good. I like doing it, but it's just there's so many better ways for me to make money right now, and it takes me away, bro. It really does, especially when it's a 2-day show. It drains all my energy. I go to work Monday tired, and all the orders are piled up. I get behind on my business. There's just so many negatives. Now, I would say if I didn't have an online business that was doing really well, it'd probably be worth my time. Um, but when I do the math, even when I have a $6,000 weekend, I'm like, wow, I could have made way more money sitting on my ass at home and just getting collections, just way better ways for me to make money right now. So I do enjoy it. Don't get confused. I genuinely enjoy vending. It's fun. I really like it, and I'm good at it. I'm really good at it, but it's just not worth the money for me. So how are you getting pre-released without distro? Pre-release? Wait, what pre-releases am I getting? I don't think I'm getting any pre-release. You got any AH cases for sale? I'm sold out. I'm sold out. I have 10 more coming. I don't think I'm going to want to sell them too quick. I'm going to be honest with you. I paid pretty strong on them. I need to check. Let me see if I have it written down. I paid really strong on them. So let me see. I probably wouldn't sell them right now. It wouldn't be worth it to me. Let's see. And they're getting harder and harder to get cases, bro. You can get ETBs, but cases. Let me see. So I paid 1,180 before shipping. So plus $12. We'll just call it 1,200. I basically paid 1,200 per case, right? And I think they're going for like 1,350 or whatever. It's not worth it. Not for Ascended. Now, if you wanted to buy the perfect order for 150 profit, oh, these went up a little bit. Nice, 1,435. Fuck. Damn. See that? If I would have held another week, I could have squeezed out another 100. God damn, I gotta stop buying. I mean, I gotta stop selling these shit to you guys, man. Everything I sell just goes up. Holy shit. Who is your supplier? I'm not telling you guys my supplier. What the fuck out of here? That's a crazy question. Solid videos, mate. Was wondering, how do you deal with tears in booster box, ETB, shrink wrap, etc.? Do you always return products, sell anyways, or break and sell? Okay. So when I'm buying collections, which is what I'm assuming, I'm assuming you're talking about things coming into the store rather than out. The first couple collections I bought, listen, Everybody's going to tell you their products are great. Everybody swears they have minty boxes, minty ETBs. Everything is mint. I've been collecting these. I've been hoarding these. I've been putting these in acrylics. Man, I bubble wrap all my shit. Everybody tells you this story. So you're like, okay, that sounds good. Well, guess what? After like the third and fourth in a row of them not being minty, little corner holes, little bends, little dents. These people online are so fucking picky, bro. It's ridiculous. People are like so ridiculous, bro. You can open some shit out of a case and two or three of them are messed up. People don't realize that. Minty bucks is a lot rarer than people think they are. They think they're going to get these perfect conditions. So after getting burnt a couple times, I make people send me pictures of the good stuff. I'm like, send me pictures. I want to see the corners, blah, blah, blah. If they're not willing to do that, I don't care. I'll just block them next collection. That's how I handle it now, because I'm telling you, if I get it, I'm the type of guy that I am pretty good. I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty good about announcing these are B tier. You know, most people don't do that. Most people will sell you B tier because it's still sealed for full market. I think I'm pretty generous. You know, I'm pretty good about it. Phantasmal Flames, I sold those for 82 or 83 bucks. I forget what it was. Market's over $100 for B tier. No, I don't have to do that. Nobody else is doing that shit, but that's what I do. So I get burnt on those a lot, right? So let's say I'm paying 80% for a collection or 85%. When I find out they're B tier and I get them in person, I'm like, well, great. Now I made $0. In fact, I probably lost money because I got to pay fees and eventually taxes on them or something, right? So yeah, I really try to be more careful with that. Show me the pictures, show me the corners. Let me see that shit, because it's a waste of my time to buy this collection and then 20% of them have issues, or 30%. I've had up to 30% of the things have issues and almost borderline broke even on everything. And it's just a waste of my time. That's what it comes down to. So yeah, I really try to be more careful with that. Dude, that's what is stopping me from selling. What is? Who's your supplier? Where's he live in Social Security? Yeah, I bet. Huh. You know what Brian says? Pokey, if you ever ask him that, he blocks you instantly forever. You'll never speak to him again. I haven't blocked any. Well, no, I'll take that back. I've definitely blocked people. I blocked a lot of people. I haven't blocked people for that question in YouTube yet, because I don't think most people ask it in a malicious way. That's why I don't block people. Brian will tell you straight up, if you ever ask him, who is your supplier? Oh, block. You could be mid conversation, could be a good conversation. They'll straight up block you permanently. So be careful who you ask that question. You guys got to be really careful with that. Maybe if you know him better, he won't block you, but be careful with that. Like I said, I'm a pretty chill dude. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you, but like, are you getting cases from someone with it, or is it possible for anyone to get them? No, no. I don't think anyone could get cases, bro. Getting cases is tough, man. Now, if you're buying off TCG or some shit, yeah, sure, you can get it. Be careful with that. I would strongly suggest never ever buying from TCG personally, unless it's a binder card. Those are fine. If you just, you're never going to get a 10 from TCG. Understand that. You just want something for your collection, sure, right? You don't care about the grade, that's fine. But sealed product, I've had nothing but terrible experiences with TCG Player. The worst experiences. Every single time I bought a case, which was like 5 times. So it's not that many, but every single time they never double boxed it. The box came fucked up. One of the boxes came so bad. I bought a case of Weiss, whatever it is. The ones that have the serialized cards. Holy shit, bro. It was like 15 dents in that bitch. Terrible condition. I was like, well, there goes the sealed premium I wanted. Never had a good experience. Anytime I've ever bought an ETB from TCG Player, they didn't bubble wrap it. They put it in an oversized box this big, and the ETB is this small, and it's thrown around like this. I bought a Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center. At the time, that was like a $320 or $330 Pokemon Center. And they put it in a box this big. Literally this big, bro. With no bubble wrap. Now, it did come in minty condition. I got very lucky. But like, dude, what are we doing? We're sending out $300-$400 ETBs, Pokemon Center, in an oversized box with no protection. Like, that's the type of people that are out there, man. I'm telling you. In my opinion, you don't even have to buy from me. I don't care where you buy from. Stop buying from DCG, bro. Pay a couple extra dollars and buy it off Brian, Pokey. Buy it off of, I don't know, other entrepreneurs that have stores, because they'll take care of your shit, bro. Like, TCG, the mindset that I have experienced, and that could be wrong. I'm not saying everybody's like this, but in my experience for sealed product, the attitude on TCG is like, is it sealed or not? That is it. I'm sending you a sealed product. What are you bitching about? That's the attitude, right? So if you're looking for mint condition, if you're looking for well cared condition stuff, please stop going TCG. Pay a couple extra bucks, even if it's $5. Get it from somebody that's going to take care of your shit. Again, that doesn't even have to be me. I don't care if you buy from me or not. Please, I'm giving you guys good advice, man. Okay, Noah, just wondering if you have a connect. You've been posting with product before it even comes out. I figured, oh, yeah, I got some connects, man. But it's not at the price I'd like. So is it really a connect? I mean, you know, it's definitely not at the prices I'd like it to be. But that being said, you got to pay a premium for sealed cases, right? Any Joe Smo can go out there and get loose ETBs. Any Joe Smo can get booster boxes and loose stuff. But if you want the sealed product, you got to know a guy. You got to know a guy. You know what I mean? The sealed product is different. You see what I'm saying? Like it has a premium for a reason. I get my cases from my LGS. Look at that. See, you got to know a guy to get cases. Like sealed products, a different thing, just for sure. Don't jump fences. You never ask who someone's supplier is. New TCG player will have LP higher price than near mint. I've had nothing but terrible experiences with TCG. Awful. Never one good experience, bro. I've had nothing but negative. I bought near mint cards, scratches this long, bro. Like, and then, yeah, it's just such a pain in the ass. Try to get your money back, get a refund. I don't like it. I really don't. Man, when I sell on TCG orders, I message them pics of my packaging. See, that's good. That's awesome. Game Nerds has immaculate shipping every time. You know who's not bad? Safari Zone's not bad. I've had about 50-50. So I will give them credit. They do tend to double box, but they don't really sell cases anymore, which is kind of annoying. I've bought some things off them in the past, like 6 months ago, display cases. We're talking $1,200 to $1,400 display cases, booster bundles. Half of them, they'll bubble wrap. The other half, they just throw in a box, which I do appreciate them putting it in a box, but like it's $1,400, bro. You can't throw in a piece of craft paper or like a thin piece of bubble wrap. Like, yeah, it's 50-50. It depends on the site. Yeah, TCG is good for binder cards for sure. If you just want to throw it in your master set, I think it's fantastic. But if you want to grade something, awful. And if you just want to put it on your shelf, if you want to put it on your shelf and you don't care about condition, it's fine. If you want to put it on your shelf and you want minty condition, avoid at all costs. Oh, this fucking shirt guy. I figured most would come from LGS. No. Dude, the LGS by me is dog shit. There's another one, I'm not gonna say exact distance, but within 30 minutes. They're pretty good, but they don't do sealed case. They have no intention. They can't get enough Pokemon, just like everybody else. So there's no reason for them to work through me or with me. And honestly, they wouldn't be able to give me enough of what I need anyways. Like even if they could sell me 1 or 2 cases, like it just wouldn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, I really am trying to, optimistically, I'm trying to get to 5 case minimum. Like, but it is really hard to get, so I don't think things are going to change anytime soon. I think when the market turns, opportunities will obviously get a lot better. So, you take what you can get. You make the deals with who you can in a market like this, and you keep it pushing. And for me, at least, I've had to do like multiple people deals. Ideally, I would deal with 1 or 2 people. They'd have like this huge stock and, DJ, how many do you want? 10 cases, 20, 30, 50? Yeah, that'd be great. But obviously, it's just not the market we're in. So maybe one day, who knows? You probably don't remember, but I've been a subscriber since you only had a few hundred views on your videos. It's awesome to see your business and video production quality get better over the months. Well, thank you. I don't think it's got better. I don't think it's got, maybe the live streams have, because I'm using my DSLR, the Sony A7 IV. Definitely overkill, but nice camera. Now my videos these days, I just hit record on my phone and just talk. But no, I appreciate the good vibes. Do you plan on selling internationally? Never. I have had 3 people this week try this international thing. And I canceled one and I talked to the other 2 on the phone, which the only reason I even let it through and talked to them was because it was very low dollar value. It was like a mega dream. You know, I think I'm very cheap on my Japanese right now. I think I'm selling nil zero for $60. Mega dream for 85. I think I'm like way under market on Mega Dream. Mega Dream's drying up, man. Uh, but yeah, it was something small, you know. Uh, that's the only reason. But a lot of people are trying it right now. They think I'm stupid. They're doing port forwarding. So like they'll live in England or they'll live in Canada or they'll live in South America somewhere, right? And then the address is like a bunch of numbers. So it'll be like 1X C448333L. Obviously, that's the port number. So they're again port forwarding. They're trying to break the rules and trying to get around them, which I really don't appreciate at all. By the way, if you're watching this, please don't do that. If for some reason you wanted to do that, you should hit me up on Instagram. Hey DJ, you know, been watching this live stream, blah 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 blah. Tell me about the details of what you did. Prove to me you like actually watched the channel, right? And then, hey, I'd love to port forward. I know you don't do international, blah blah blah. If you come to me in that way, we could probably work something out. But like to just circumvent the system and like you, it's all over the website. I don't do international. I don't know anybody who does international really. I don't like it. I don't respect it, and I don't think it's cool. You're not saying that to me, are you? I'm not asking him. Let's see. The main LGS in my area pays 60%, but sells at 125. Yeah. Yeah. The one LGS by me does that. They pay 60% cash and they sell way above 125%. They sell up to 140%, which is ludicrous. I've tried to work deals with them that would be very beneficial to them where they could still profit 25 to 30%. Nope. They're shooting for 60% gains plus up to 80%. Yeah. And he's like, well, you don't know what it's like having LGS. I'm like, brother, I'm not trying to hear that. I get it. Make your 25%. That's fair. But brother, you're looking for 60, 80% gains. Like, what are we doing? Like he said 50% gains is his minimum. I said, okay, brother. Well, stay dry. Stay with no supply. You know, that's fine. When your business closes, you'll know why. Because we're way too greedy. I get it. Make your margins, bro. But come on, brother. You do not need 60 to 80% gains on every product. Especially when your store's empty. I don't know. I shipped to a military base before. It's only like $15. Yeah, you gotta be really careful, dude. Really careful with international. Now, military base is different, right? If you're dealing with a military person, APO, that's obviously an American, right? That's different. But someone who's not like someone who's using an APO writes APO as the state or the city. So it's like APO, AP, then zip code. That's obviously an American address. That's different. Port forwarding is when they're trying to cheat the system and do international and ship it through a company that sends it to one of the ports. There's a lot of ports in America. I believe one's in New York. No, one's in Delaware. One's in Florida. I want to say there's a couple in Washington and some other places. There's plenty of these things. I think one in Chicago, and that's what they're doing. And yeah, that's totally different than APO. APO is fine. I don't mind APO. Sounds good. We'll hit you up on Insta, even if it's just to connect, trust. I had a really interesting email this morning. They said, hey, DJ, love the channel, blah, blah. Do you want to FaceTime? So I was like, yo, what's up? The GOAT. I'm not the GOAT. My man, though. Yo, got to bitch them all. I know who is the GOAT. My man. Where's that freaking launch, bro? Crazy, right? What's up, dude? Good to see you here, man. Always a pleasure to see you. What was I just saying? I don't remember. I guess it wasn't important. I encountered, oh yeah, the email that I got this morning. So it said like, hey, DJ, do you want a video call? Love the channel. I wrote back. I said, I wonder, it's kind of a weird question, but I wonder if this person has like an opportunity for me. I said, hey, what would you like the video about? And they're like, I just want to talk to you. I was like, no. Now, if they said they wanted to do a consulting call, which isn't a service that I offer, I have done them before. That's fine. If you want to buy 30 minutes of my time to talk to me, I mean, we could do that. But yeah, no, I'm not just going to like video call random people. Like, I'm a very busy guy, man. I'm a very busy guy. I don't have time to just sit there and have a video call with, I don't know. Like, I appreciate the offer, but weird. Dude, the videos of them buying cards off people and the price that they offer is crazy. People accept them. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, did you get my message from your website about the journey? No. No? You want to just ask me now? When did you do it? Dude, a lot of those emails get lost. Oh, we just got a new order. What is this? Nope, that's the same order. That's the prismatic SPC. I don't think I did. Just tell me what it is. Believe Oz charges like $15 for a FaceTime to answer questions. Not a bad idea. 50? Yeah. I think I would probably do $50 for 30 minutes, which honestly, it's a big commitment for me, man. Like 30 minutes of my time. Not saying I'm like some amazing guy, but I know it. Like I could make $50 pretty quick. Just focused on my business. So yeah, I think 50 would be like bare minimum for like 30 minutes. Um, bare minimum. And honestly, that's really cheap, man. Like on my old YouTube channel, I did I did like $100. Yeah, $100 for 30 minutes. And I really the reason I priced it like that is I just don't want to do them. I really don't. I really don't want to sit there. 30 minutes is a long time for me. You got to think. I work minimum 12-hour days, right? So I still got to sleep. I still got to pack orders. I still got to make time for the kids and the family, right? So let's say I get 3 hours a day. That's it, right? After work. Let's call it 3 hours, maybe 4 certain days, right? Well, if I got to spend 30 minutes with you, that's a big percentage of my time off. Like it might not sound like a lot for the person paying, like, oh, well, it's only 30 minutes. Well, you got to think, I only get 3 hours. So if you want 1/6 of my day, that's basically the only time I have to myself, right? To run the business. If you want 1/6 of that, I mean, yeah, unfortunately, I mean, you'd have to pay. But again, I don't really like doing them. I'll do them, but I don't know. It's I what I would like to happen. I've had a consulting call on this channel, and no, I've had a couple, but I had one, the worst one I've had. Oh my god! So this person told me they want to talk about their business. Um, so I had one with Hectic. That was awesome. Hectic TCG. If he's watching, I like that one. He was good. He was prepared. He had a bunch of questions for me. That was great. But I did have one person. I won't say who they are. They said, "Hey, so what questions do you have for me?" I said, "Excuse me." What questions do I have for you? Like, yeah, I'm trying to grow my business. So, like, what are you thinking? I was like, what? I said, dude, would you like to cancel this? And they're like, why would I cancel? I was like, brother, you should come to me with your questions and like your plans and your ideas and bounce them off me. Um, like, what do you mean? What questions do I have for you? And they're like, yeah, just ask away. I was like, yeah, I just refunded them. I said, yeah, I'm not going to do this. No offense, bro. Like, I'm not gonna ask you. What are you talking about, bro? Like, I don't. I mean, of course, I'll ask you a question in between, but like to you think that like I'm gonna ask you a bunch. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, have an idea. No, it wasn't a troll. They paid. They paid. So I don't. I think they were genuine. I think they were genuine, bro. Like you have to pay before we do it. You know what I mean? Even 30 minutes is long. I'd say 15. Majority have ideas and ask quick. Agreed. Long time. Yeah. 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 Oh, and you don't even have the enhanced on the site anymore. Really? Did somebody buy them all? Let me see. I really? That's interesting. That would make sense why they didn't sell. Let me see something real quick. Hmm. I was wondering why they haven't sold. I'm well under market on Journey Together. If they're not actually on the website, that's weird. It says active for me. Hmm. Yeah, both are active. I can show you. Well, I don't need to show you. You believe me. That would make a lot of sense why my under market Journey Togethers aren't selling. I was wondering that. Let me see though. Okay, all. Huh. So the non-enhanced, you're right. That's crazy. What happened? Huh. I just checked my Shopify. It says they're there. That is so weird. There must be. You know what happens sometimes? Sometimes I upload things on my phone through work and then they like bug out. Um, let me see. I'll do unlisted and then let's relist it. I might have to delete it for whatever reason. Sometimes when I upload shit on my phone, it just doesn't work. Okay. Let me open up. That would make a lot of sense because they were selling really well. And then one day they just weren't. Let me see. Did that fix it? It didn't. Wow. That is really annoying. Give me a moment, chat. I apologize, but business is business. Thank you for telling me that, man. Like, I don't know when things don't work a lot of the time because, like I said, I'll do them at work. Oh, it is up? Did it just come up? Because it wasn't up a second ago when I checked. Okay, it worked. I had to take it off the store and put it back on. I wonder how many other things on my store. I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. How many other things are on my store that I think are on my store that are bugged out right now? I have to look into that. I have to look into that. No, I just swapped it off and on. So, how has the Magic been selling? I'm not gonna lie, it's been really slow. It's been really slow. Um, I don't know because Magic sells really well to other people. So, I mean, I can only blame myself. The Phantasmal B grade boxes aren't bad buy. Yeah, if you just want to open some packs, it's a good buy. Yeah. You know, you get the promo, and then you get the packs, and they're not weighed, and blah blah blah. Yeah, for sure. Now, if you're trying to collect them, I'm not gonna lie, they're not gonna be pretty, but I'm also giving them to you for almost 80% of market. So, can you really complain? Probably not. Let me look. Phantasmal Flames ETB. Let's see. Um, Market's 101.26. So, and then last sold 103. Yeah. Yeah. It's basically 80%. It might be like 82%, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. If you're just trying to open some packs, have some fun, get a promo, get all the stuff inside, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. But yeah, I would skip out on them if I was keeping. But it's cheaper than the non-enhanced one. That's why I was trying to say, yeah, yeah, that's on purpose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the non-enhanced is more expensive. It's rarer. I don't know if you knew that. Let me show you. So, a lot of people don't know this still, surprisingly. I thought everybody knew this. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. I think it's stupid, but it's considered rarer because there's less of them printed. So there's a premium on the non-enhanced. So to get less product. So you can see, let's see what the actual market is. Last sold 273. It's kind of moving around 262 to 270 range. Yeah. So the cheapest on the market right now is 274. All right. So that's for, what did we say? The non-enhanced, correct? Yeah. So if you look at the enhanced, it's cheaper. Yeah. Yep. That's why I have it cheaper as well. That's the market. So you can see the cheapest right now available is 260. Last sold is 245 for the enhanced with an extra card. So yeah, because they're considered rarer. There was less of them printed. So there's a premium on the enhanced, which means there's more of them out there. So if you're looking for the rarer product for Journey Together, you want to get the non-enhanced, the one without the extra card. Cool. I have the non. I was kind of bummed I didn't have the enhanced. Yeah. So you have the more expensive version for sure. Yeah. Yep. I don't agree with it personally. I think it's really stupid, but it's the same thing with the Dollar General Prismatic. Those are very expensive. Sometimes they're actually more expensive than the regular because they have the $40 thing in the corner. It's not a sticker to my knowledge. It's actually in the corner. That's considered a variant. So I get it. To me, it's not very smart. To most people, it's not. But a lot of collectors want that because it's unique and there's far less of those made with the $40 mark. You would be surprised. People will pay a top dollar premium for those. Every time I get those, I mean, I've never gotten from Dollar General. I always have to buy them in collections. They sell out fast, arguably either just as fast or faster than the regular prismatic ETBs. Yeah, it's crazy. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go look up the Dollar General. People want those, man. Like, I pay more and get less. Perfect. No, it's the rarity. Same thing with comic book world. So in the comic book world, you'll have a comic book that's, I don't know, it'll say like $1.25. The variant will be like the Canadian version, which is exactly the same, but instead of it saying $1.25, it'll say like, I don't know, $1.50 and have like a Canadian symbol. It's a variant, right? People like that shit, bro. You'd be surprised. People love that shit. Yes. I don't know if it's more valuable at the moment. What I'm saying is it's either on par most of the time. Sometimes it is more expensive. It depends when you look. Over time, I would not be surprised if those were considered more expensive because they're not reprinting those the same way. So I can just show you here. This is a variant. Look at this. Look how expensive this is, bro. Last sold 175 on the Dollar General. Look at that, bro. The next for sale is $200. So you can't get them for 175 anymore. If you want to buy this, you're going to have to pay up $200 for the Dollar General version. It's a variant, bro. People like that shit. Collector's dream. They're actually at the moment more expensive. So the regular ETB is less expensive than the variant version. Dollar General. Look at that. Buy $15 at the moment. So yeah, I would yeah, oh, I'm sorry, it's $25 cheaper. That's actually a no name seller, but whatever. $20 cheaper to a name seller for the variant. So hey, I get it. You know, I don't agree with it. You might not agree with it, but the market completely disagrees. People love that shit, bro. They like, you know, people will pay premiums if you can get what's the word? The graded in a row. It's not consecutive. Sequential grades, man. If you can get, you know, Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard graded at the same time, 1, 2, 3, huge premium. It's the same thing, bro. It's just the little stuff that separates your box from the next box. People love that shit. We're just about to break $80 on prismatic bundles. Do you think we see $100 prismatic bundle before the end of July, maybe even June? I think if they don't print them further, yes, I could see that. I could see that in the June, July timeframe. Yeah, for sure. If they keep printing them really heavy, you know, probably not. But yeah, I don't think $100 at all is unrealistic by June, July, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's very, again, you know, unless we get some huge restock or something. I think the one at Sam's has actually made this one appreciate more. So you guys know that bundle. I actually have one I need to sell. It's got a little hole in it, I think, on top, like this big. You know, the bundle with the surprise box and the booster bundle. Well, I did a short on that. That blew up. That did really well. People, including myself, we planned on investing in those. And then we found out, wait a minute, if you open up the outer wrapper, the inner wrapper doesn't exist. So they just put two circles, two like little stupid things on the side. And, you know, anybody could rip those off, buy those off Amazon. You get a 100 pack, I think, for $3. So you can get scammed really easy on those. I'd be really careful with that, with opening those. You'd have to keep them as a combo. So I think that's honestly made the regular prismatic booster bundle box that's actually sealed. You know what I'm talking about? Like these ones. I think it has made these appreciate even more. The new ones don't have these. The new ones have a big sticker, like a circle, and you can just peel it off, put a new one on. You can never tell the difference. Oh, you know what else I need to put on the store? I just got a what did I get the other day? Shrouded Fable Pokemon Center. I'd consider it B grade. I paid 80% for it. You know, still really affordable. I don't know. Maybe somebody will buy it off me for 90. I don't know. To be fair, they didn't disclose it had all those issues, and I didn't feel like bitching about it. I was like, okay. It was a couple $1,000 collection. You know, I think Pokemon Center for that's not very expensive. You know, though, Pokemon Centers have been making a move, man. Maybe we'll see Shrouded Fable move eventually. ETB Pokemon Center. Let's look at that. Ooh, it's gone up to 150 now. Wow, great. That's awesome. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Hey, this was just 130 the other day. Hey, man, all the freaking prismatics, Pokemon Center's been moving. What do you guys think? Are we finally going to see Shrouded Fables do some shit? Yeah, last sold 150. Look at that. This was just 130 when I bought it. Nice. Okay. You know what? I might be able to get 135 for this for my B grade. Okay. Right on. I'll get out the hole on that one. Ah, man, Pokemon's really hot right now. You could just buy something, wait a week or two, and get the percentage that you want. This is crazy, bro. You know, like I said, I don't like buying at market, but there's definitely been things I had to pay pretty close to market for. And by the time it ships to me, you're up 10, 15%. You get to make your margin. I don't think that's a good strategy. I would not make a business out of that. Kind of hopes and dreams. And you're really at the mercy of the market at that point. But it's been working out. Did anyone here get the prismatic invite for Best Buy? Got mine for 75 using my rewards. Yeah, I did. I did actually. For the first time in my life, I actually got one. Yeah, it arrived today. So really excited about that. Why did the 1.5 Tim I got from you have a sticker that says electronic something on it? Never seen that. So I think is it the ones with the like this as the thing on it? Like a hook? I'm a s I can't remember. I've sold a lot of these. Um, some tins I've got from displays, some I got from collections that used to be on like a shelf. So it could be something like that. It's hard to remember like what is what, dude. I've sold a lot of those. I actually have 2 or 3 tins left. 151 somewhere. Let me see. 151 tin electron. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Electronic. My I don't know. It just depends how you get them, right? Some are from distro. Sometimes they're from displays. Sometimes they're from some scalper that got it off a shelf, right? So it just depends where you get them. I think. I'm trying to read up on it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know wherever they come from, man. Like it's hard to remember. Yeah, yeah. It just depends, man. It just depends, dude. Did anybody buy the 151 tins from GameStop? They were selling them for 35, but after your pro membership, like 30. I think they sold out really fast on those. I feel like that was a no-brainer. I want to say 151's going for 25 bucks a pop right now. I actually got lucky. I got a Gengar in one of them. Gengar goes for a couple of bucks more if you guys didn't know. People really like the Gengar one. Yeah. Yeah, people like the Gengar one a lot, man. If you guys get a chance, you get the option. If for whatever reason you see me at GameStop again, just say, "Hey, do you got any Gengars?" Yeah, I managed to get 6 tins from GameStop that day. I just bought 2 because I'd already bought a lot of the other stuff from a set of heroes. Dude, I was spending crazy money with GameStop like this month because nobody was buying. You know, no, the last 2 months. I told you guys nobody was paying 60 bucks for these prismatic booster bundles because everybody thought it was overpriced. And I was looking at it like, damn, am I ever going to get this opportunity again? It's interesting the way minds work. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm right now. That doesn't mean I'll be right over the long term, but everybody else had the same opportunity I had to buy, prismatic evolution booster bundles for 60 bucks. And everybody thought it was too much. And I'm looking at it like, damn, that's cheap. I'm like, wow, market's like 66, 67. There's no way I'm going to get this opportunity again. And so every day I went to GameStop and I bought my 2. And after like the third, oh my goodness, after like the third or fourth day, excuse me, the manager says, DJ, because he knows my name, why are you the only one buying these? Like, why do you keep paying this much money, bro? 60 bucks for a booster bundle? I was like, because I'm the only one that's fucking smart. I'm the only one smart enough to pay 60. Everybody else too stupid. They look at it and they say, wow, that's expensive. I look at it and say, damn, that's undervalued. So I went every single day, got my 2 limit. Took about 2 weeks, bought them all. Nobody wanted them. Not one person. Not one person. And now, look at the price, dude. What's the price of the prismatic bundle? Yeah, I knew it. It only took a couple weeks, man. Let's look at prismatic booster bundle. And it's just so funny. Like, you can just see, I don't know how people's minds work. Look at this, bro. About to break 80 bucks. I don't know. People just don't see what I see sometimes. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know what it is. But I look at stuff and I'm like, damn, it's so cheap. That's what I think. I'm like, wow, this is so undervalued. This is gonna be so good. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how people just don't see it. I don't know. Think we'll get an AHUPC before summer? I hope we even get one. That'd be great. I would love that. That'd be awesome. We should, right? We should. God, that's going to be the thing to get. Man, Ascend to Heroes SPC or UPC or whatever they want to call it. Oh God, wouldn't that be nice? God, that'd be the thing to get, bro. Holy crap! Get as many, bro. I'll pay full market for all those. I'm gonna buy as many as I can. Mm-hmm. As soon as they launch, whatever market is, I don't care. I'm buying them. Fall, probably not summer. I don't care. Whatever it is, bro, I'm buying them. Mm-hmm. I don't care what market it is. Is it 200? Is it 150? Is it 250 when it comes out? I don't care. I'm buying as many as I can get. Full market. Full market shipped. Send it to me. Let's do it. I guarantee you everybody sells them to me. Nobody's paying full market, right? Sometimes you'll hear crazy numbers like 90%, which is ridiculous to pay, but nope, full market. Send them to me. I'll pay it right now. Boom. Here's the address. Here's the P.O. box. Send them away. Yep. Yep. I definitely want to go heavy on those, man. 100%. If that's coming out. Oh, 30th. Can't wait. Crabby. I got offered 151 mini tin display for 450. TCG has 151 packs at 27. Is the mini tin display undervalued? I would not buy that personally. For me, I've bought a couple of those. I bought one sealed and one unsealed, and it was very slow to move. Very, very slow. For me. Yeah, 151 tins don't move very well for me. I was selling the tins cheaper than the packs, and those were still sitting on my store for like a month. It took a long time. It took a really long time to sell tins. Um, it's funny. People would rather buy the loose pack than save a couple bucks and buy my tin. Doesn't make sense, but that was the experience that I got. And like I said, I've done that a couple times, and it was the same experience every time. I don't know. I don't think people care for tins, but just kind of stupid. If you'd rather go buy 2 loose packs than a tin, that's cheaper. I think you're kind of done. But that's just me. Uh, just wait 2 years and those bundles will be gold. Oh yeah, I won't be waiting, but yeah, absolutely. Same thing with Sam's. Wednesday, 4 days in a row. Got my 2 on the 5th. Let me get 2 more. Nice. Axel 151 are like 35 now. Damn, is it 35? Jeez. What a deal. I have 8 bundles of Ascended coming from PMC. What is PMC? I don't think I know PMC. I feel that way when I see Lorcana Fabled. LOL, you just got to have that vision. Dude, I'm a big on my Fabled. Anybody want to buy it? Listen, you can like Joey or not, but you cannot say he is wrong about Lorcana. You can disrespect TRJ all you want, but one thing you cannot say is that he was wrong on Lorcana. Boy, am I glad I bought these. I paid 130 for one of them and 140 for other. And I think these are 300 a box right now, booster box. I mean, I'm so glad I bought these. If anybody wants to buy them, if you want one, 270. You want both? Fuck it. I'll do 250. I think that's 50 each under market. I believe it could change. We could check. We could verify. But man, what? I'm so glad. I'm so glad I bought these, bro. And not to mention, this one's not for sale yet. This was the first ever booster box created for Lorcana. Now, you know I'm not a huge Lorcana guy, but you know what I do like? I like money. So, hey, this was the first one ever. I don't know what these are going for. These are not for sale, or this is not for sale. I'm going to hang on to this. Yeah, look at it. Look at it. Hey, you can't deny it. Fable booster box, man. Fable booster box on fire. Let's see. Oh, Shrouded Fable came up. Let's do Lorcana. Let me just show you. Hey, unless things changed since wow, it went up even more. Oh shit. Well, I am a man of my word. I said the price. I would honor it for tonight only. I am a man of my word. Oh, look at this, bro. They're kind of moving, bro. Last sold 325. Look at this shit, bro. Last 3 months up 76%. I'm pretty sure that's beating Prismatic. Look at that. Last month 15. Last 6 months, 99. I'm pretty sure that actually is beating Prismatic, isn't it? God damn. That's pretty good. How's the volume looking? Wow. 56 sold. Before that was 38, 18, 26. This is selling, bro. Yeah, I wouldn't trust this seller. So the next one is 350. Wow. There's only one box till 350. Look at that. One box till 350. Cheapest on the market is 330. That's actually crazy. Again, I don't really care for it at all, but I do like money. Yeah. I'll buy both Fabled if you're selling. If you're a serious buyer, I'll put them up right now. What price did I say? I think I said 250, right? I'm a man of my word. I'll do it. If you're serious, I'll put it on the site right now. You can buy it. If you're serious. Don't be bullshitting me because I don't bullshit people. Don't waste my time. Lorcana Fabled. If you're serious, I'll put them up right now. You're serious? All right, fuck it. I'll do it. I don't know shit about Lorcana. I think you'll be very happy with your purchase. I just made my percentage on them. I'm happy where we're at. That's really what it comes down to. Was churn and burn it. All right, give me a minute. I didn't know they moved up again, bro. That's crazy work. 1 second, chat. Damn. That's actually crazy. Volume's really strong. All right, collections. I'm not even going to put a collection on it. All right, here you go, buddy. Shipping. I don't think they're that expensive. £3 each, probably. 2 in stock. And there you go, buddy. Good luck. Let's see if it worked. I might have to. What is the best cards in the set? Dude. Again, I don't know anything about Lorcana. I'm not pretending I do. And I just like money. As I've always said. I'm pretty confident the top cards are like worth more than Umbreons. That's why people are buying this shit, bro. Like you can buy a booster box for a couple $100. And I'm pretty sure it's worth more than Umbreon, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty confident. This is a whole booster box. I'm pretty confident. Don't quote me on that. You'd have to ask TRJ. I don't know shit about that. I just like money. So that's why I bought it. Yeah, I just figured, hey, we could make a couple $50. You know? No, he did it. Good for you, buddy. He did buy it. Okay, well, we got a new owner of 2 Fabled. I have a feeling I'm going to regret that. I'm happy for you, man. You know, we made our profit on it. Hey, let the next person have some fun. Yeah. All right, let me take that off the store. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, my friend. Going to a good home, right? Or you're going to flip it. I don't care if you flip it. Feel free. Have fun. That's totally fine with me. I don't give a shit what you do. I'm just curious. I won't buy from this dude, but I appreciate his knowledge. From who? It's cheaper than Football Pete? Oh, do you mean you wouldn't buy from Football Pete? Or did you mean me? Is that cheaper than Football Pete? Damn. Like I said, I'm not a very greedy guy, man. I'm really not. Believe it or not, it might seem like I am. If I can make my percentage, I'm happy. Like, you know? Like, and is that your first order ever? Let me see. I think it is. Let's see if that was your first order. Oh, you've ordered before. Awesome. So you're a returning customer. Oh, that's great. Well, thank you. Oh, you bought a Destin Rivals booster box before. Dude, you're up big on that, right? It says you paid $517. You should be up. You should. What's Destin at? Destin Rivals booster box. Let's see. I'm pretty confident anybody who's bought a booster box off me is up. I'm pretty confident. Oh shit. Yeah, you're up, buddy. Last sold 590. Yeah. Yeah, you're up. You're everybody. I'm pretty confident every single person who's ever bought one off me is up big. Or at least $50. Minimum like $50. What are they at now? About 580. Yo, my boy. Pokey Rip vibe. Actually, I thought that was Pokey Pastor. I'm sure you're still a great person. What's up, bro? How you doing? Not being too greedy is a good thing. People remember that. Again, it really depends. Listen, if we get a great price on a collection, I can give you guys a great price. In this market, I'm not getting great price on anything. Now, last year, yeah, we were getting some things for 70, very rare, like ancillary products. And then sometimes every now and then we're getting good stuff for 75. So I could offer them pretty decent margin under market and still make my margin, which was great. We're not in that market, guys. Or if I'm lucky, I find things for 80. But more often than not, I'm closer to like 85. Sometimes even more, right? So like I hate to do it. I don't like charging market. Um, it's just the market we're in, like I like to think over time that eventually the market will cool off. Who knows when that is? But eventually I do think we'll normalize a bit, and then, we could give you a better deal. But at the moment, it's tough times for everybody, right? Like it is what it is. So thanks for the patience, I should say. Shit comes wrapped as if it was a fucking egg. Wait, what did I miss? Good if he doesn't mean you more for us. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I'll keep it for a while. I've bought from you before. Uh, hey, keep as long as you want, buddy, or sell. Doesn't matter to me. Guys, you need to come to Costa Rica. Oh, really? You go to the store, buy MSRP, walk out the store, and profit. If you really want to buy cheap, come to Costa Rica. I don't think that'd be worth it for me. Like, how much is a ticket to go to Costa Rica? It's got to be like $1,000+ right? Then I got to pay for a hotel. Let's say all in. I got to buy food. I got to buy the experience. I mean, we're in Costa Rica, It's like, yard. We're talking 2,500 probably minimum. Am I going to make, 4 or 5K profit? Like I'd have to profit a lot. It sounds fun if you're already there. I don't think I would go out of my way though. Like, yeah. I like the way you ship the DR box. I'll definitely buy from you. Well, thanks, man. Yeah. I don't know what box is good for that. It's kind of a weird shape, but don't worry. It'll be protected. It'll be good. It'll be good. It's got to pay for me to ball out there. I'll tell you what, for me to go all the way to Costa Rica, bro, you got to have like, I'm trying to think of my number. It would have to be like 70% collection, like 70% would be the highest. If I'm going all the way to Costa Rica, bro, and somehow that included logistics, which is impossible. But let's go for it. It's a fantasy, right? It had to be 70% all in, and it'd have to be minimum probably like $100,000 collection. Probably it'd have to be. I don't even know if that'd be worth my time still, to be honest. That's a lot of work, man. Going all the way to Costa Rica, and yeah, it obviously it's never gonna happen, right? So yeah, it had to be some crazy shit. It's funny. My son asked me today after a soccer game, like, Dad, would you drive to Canada right now? I don't know why he would ask me this. Would you drive to Canada right now for $5,000? I said, absolutely not. He's like, that's 5,000. I was like, fuck no. All the way to Canada? He's like, all right, what about, would you drive all the way to the top of Canada and come back for 15? No. I told him no. Now, I probably should. I said, no, I wouldn't. It's a lot of time, man. I was like, no, no. And then he was like, what about for 50? I was like, oh yeah. We could do it for 50. Fuck yeah. I'll drive to Canada. I don't even know I wouldn't have any mission. It was like drive there and come back. I was like, what a weird question. Kids ask crazy shit. Let me check your store and make a purchase. Is it rip and ship or send sealed? I do send sealed. So just please read the description. Look at all the pictures. Some things I have on there are B grade. So like Phantasmal Flames, I have on there. That's B grade. The Destined Rivals, I just put that ETB on there. It does have some minor issues. See the pictures, like little corner things. But if there's no major issues, I'll just list it normal. Depends what you're looking for sure. Yeah. Starting the day here. Have a good day. Well, thank you. Starting the day off. That sounds fun. Where are you guys from? Where's everybody from? I'm in Cali. I would 15K. Yes, no stop. I wouldn't, bro. I just wouldn't. Like, how much time would that take? Go all the way to fucking Canada. Like, I don't know, man. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. It would probably take me. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. 15 hours one way, 12 hours. I don't know. 14 hours. Let's call it 14 hours one way. Don't forget I gotta pee. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm not driving straight. Fuck that. I'm gonna stop halfway. Right. I'm gonna do like 7 of those hours. I'm gonna get a hotel. I gotta pay for the hotel. I gotta buy food out there. It's expensive. Now, I'm gonna end up spending. I'm old, man. I'm not driving straight there. Fuck that. I'm gonna end up spending 25-hour commitment. You know, even at $100 an hour, that's 2,500. So if you're paying 5K, I would lose half the money to my time in hotels and gas. Like, nah, fuck all that. Hell no. Nah, that wouldn't be worth it for me. Miles on the car, like, nah, hell no. Nah. North Dakota, you bitch. Oh, all right, that's right. I asked where everybody was at. Texas. We got New Mexico. Let's see, North Dakota. DJ, your B grade is A plus grade from my stores. You're the best. Thank you. I I try to get a box that I would want. Um, Thank you, thank you. Not all my B grades are A plus though. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Some of them are B grade. Okay, so like the Phantasmal Flames I sold like 30 of those, 25 of those B grade. I would say half of them were like A minus to be honest, but I don't want to hear people bitch. Um, and then like 5 of them were pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. No tears on those. One tear in the new one. One tear. I showed a picture. Um, so 30 is everyday thing. Dude, driving is different though, bro. Driving is like I can stay up really late if I'm, watching YouTube, hanging out, blah blah. Driving, I can't do it, bro. My back be killing me. Shit sucks. MN, is that Minnesota? What's the symbol for Maine? State symbol for Maine. Okay, that did not come up the way I was wanting. Maine state symbols. That's showing me a bunch of birds and shit. Okay. I'm not gonna put this much time. I don't care. It's not that important. Insomniac. Dude, also your shipping is A plus minus. So generous with the tape plus bubble wrap, 100%. Keep an eye on your store moving forward. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for sure. I definitely appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I pride myself on that. It's definitely an expense. That's probably unnecessary if we're being honest. Like, I love my boy Brian, and I watch a lot of his videos, and I think I probably am doing overkill. Like, if we're being frank. So, what I used to do is I would double bubble wrap everything. It didn't matter what it was. You know, I'm gonna double wrap a 3-pack. What was hot at the time, Phantasmal or Mega Base or whatever, right? Yeah, I'm gonna double back, and then now I really do that for $100 and up. So under $100 ETBs, I'll single wrap, which is still way more generous than Walmart or Target or Pokemon's. They don't put shit on there, any protection. And I'll still throw in some craft paper for sure, but I think that's much better. So over $100, I'm double wrapping every one of those ETBs or the whole thing together, whatever. Every single booster box, since that's always over $200, I always double wrap. I make sure those are really, really protected. It's definitely overkill. Sometimes I'll even triple wrap. It just depends. But yeah, I've done the $100 threshold now. So if it hits $100, we're doing double wrap. If it's under 100, we're doing single, which is still really generous. Just because I was going through so much freaking bubble wrap, bro. Like I was going through a lot of bubble wrap, and I was like, wow, is this really an expense I need to do? Because again, watching Pokeani's videos, he's not doing that. And so, you know, it probably is an overkill for sure. And it does get quite expensive. Yeah, it was a bit much for the loose packs I got. Hey, but you got protected, right? You got extra service. So I've seen you rock some Bitcoin close times. What coins do you follow? So I had the YouTube channel right before this one. I've had a lot of YouTube channels. The one right before this one was a crypto mining channel called DJ Mines. Let me show you. I did that for quite some time. Honestly, crypto mining just died. I never quit because I wanted to quit. I really enjoyed it. I made a buku bucks. I traveled the world. I got paid to like these kind of things. I would go to conventions. Um, yeah, it was great, man. It was the time of my life, bro. It was the time of my life. I love that YouTube channel, bro. It was awesome. But unfortunately, crypto mining died out. So I had to move on, man. And there's just no money in it anymore. And I tried it for like 2 years. I really wanted to make it work, and it just died. The whole industry's dead now, which sucks. But so these days, I'm just Bitcoin. I was doing like this Flux. This is an altcoin. I was doing altcoins. 'Cause, I can mine them. It's really hard to mine Bitcoin, but yeah, I was going to big mining farms, bro. I went to South Dakota, Florida. I've got offers in Dubai, China. I always said no internationally, but I probably should have. That would have been fun. It was really cool, bro. Like I would just get flown out, so they would cover everything. They just wanted my presence. They just wanted me to film a video. That's it. Like film a video, show off our brand. It's free marketing for them. So I say, um, I'll go to like a $10 million operation. I've been to like a $30 million operation, right? And I just go there and I'm like, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy, DJ Minds. And today we are at the blah, 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 blah hosting facility in South Dakota. If you guys are looking to get hosted, make sure you guys check out the link right here. And then I'd bring them business, right? So it was a mutually beneficial arrangement, I suppose you would call it, with companies. And yeah, man, it was cool. They pay for the hotel, they pay for the food, pay per diem. So that's what food is, I guess. They pay for the flight, and then they pay for like my presence there. So it wasn't much. Depending on the shows, like $2,000 to $3,000, like to have me as a guest. But again, I also get a free paid ship, free paid. Excuse me, it's late at night. A free paid trip to like Miami. You know what I'm saying? So like I would bring the family. So it was great. Now to South Dakota, no offense to South Dakota, there ain't much to do there. So I didn't bring the family for that. But yeah, when I would like go to certain conventions and stuff, like or Miami or Fort Lauderdale or wherever they would fly me out to, I'll bring the whole family. Fuck it. And I even had one company, one time only, they paid for my wife's ticket. So that was really cool. So I just covered the kids, and my wife ended up being the cameraman. So it was, again, mutually beneficial for everybody, brought them a ton of business to their company. And, I'm really good at talking, if you haven't noticed. That's one good thing I'm good at. I'm not very good at, maybe knowing a lot about Pokemon. I'm not at all. I always say that. Maybe I'm not good at running a business. I don't know. We're doing okay. But I am really good at entertaining people and talking. And that's all they wanted. Like interview people. And that's what I did. So I loved it, man. It was fucking awesome, dude. Like, God, I wish crypto was doing well again, man. Dude, I'm telling you, the money was good, man. Like compared to Pokemon, it was really good. Some of my friends, just an ad revenue, not ad revenue from YouTube, but like sponsorship, like 50 to 100K a month, just in ads, bro. That doesn't include like any other type of deals you're doing on the side or your YouTube ads or things you're selling on your store. Now, I wasn't making that much. I was probably making like 5 to 10K a month, but also I have a full time job at the time. You know what I mean? So it was good money. It was good. And I'll tell you this: in the crypto world, they pay very well, and not to mention the YouTube, like the ad revenue, so good too, man. Like really good. Like probably 5 to 10 times better than Pokemon. Pokemon ad revenue is dog shit. Like I said, on this stream, I'll probably make like $3 or $4 for like a 2 or 3 hour stream. Now, if I did 2 or 3 hour stream in crypto conversation, easily, like a bad stream is like $20 in ad revenue, $30, upwards of like, depending on the month, the time of year, $50. just in ad revenue, no donations, no nothing. Because on YouTube, man, advertisers, they're throwing money around, bro. Like just to get their crypto ad on your channel is a really big deal. And then if you do your own ads on the side, because a lot of companies will try to hire you, right? Like, hey, we want to do 20 ads. What is your cost? So, if you do 20 ads or more, I do $100, which is really, really cheap per ad. So at the beginning of the video, you do a 30-second ad and you say like, hey, check out this company, blah, 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 or whatever, right? And then if it was like under 20, I would charge like 200. Now, some of my friends, much bigger than me, they'll charge anywhere from 500 to 2,000 per ad. It's crazy, bro. Like I'm telling you, the money was fucking wild, bro. Like in the crypto world. But like I said, it died out. The industry's kind of dead now, and Bitcoin's still going to be fine, but the altcoins aren't. And I never wanted to leave that industry, for being frank. But hey, you can only do something that's not working for so long. Like I said, I gave it about 2 years, and I was like, okay, this industry's just dead. It sucks, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, so here we are. Hello, my name is DJ Poker Center. 50 every 2 weeks in Bitcoin since 2020. Nice, congrats, buddy. Yeah, that's sick, bro. When you buy collections locally, very rarely I buy locally. For me, locally is like the worst. When you buy collections locally, all cash with no site fees, no worry about on both parties. What percentage do you personally offer at first to not insult, but still have room to negotiate? Dude, my local scene is ass cheeks. I'm gonna be honest with you. People on Facebook in my area are the worst to deal with. They're flaky, they're greedy as hell. They have no business acumen. They have no business skills. They're generally like 18 to 24. Not saying that all 18 to 24-year-old kids are bad or anything, but the ones that I've dealt with are terrible. These kids are idiots. They're so greedy. They're looking for 95%. The lowest you'll get is like 90, and they're just so greedy. They're looking for maximum value. They would rather drive. We talked about this on a non-TCG's video today on his channel. The kids in my local area, they would rather drive. If they have 20 ETBs, they would rather drive to 20 different people, waste gas, but more importantly, waste their youth and waste their time and get full market than they would to sell to me every single time for like 85%. They would rather travel all these places, risk getting stabbed, risk getting, whatever, miles on the car and all these risky situations. They would rather do that to squeeze out every fucking penny than to just come to me every time. So people in my local area, garbage, man. Like the worst. I almost never buy locally. It's a bunch of idiots. I'm just being honest. It's a bunch of idiots. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just dumb. And I've had this conversation with a few of them. I've pitched it to them. I said, look, man, every time, because a lot of them are botters. I don't care if you're a bot or not. It is what it is, right? But a lot of them are botters. A lot of them just know life it, go to Target, go to Walmart, go to Best Buy, but they bring 4 friends. I don't know how they get this shit. This is my assumption, right? But I say, look, dude, every single time you get it, you give me a call. We'll meet up and I'll be your only buyer, right? Give me 5% off. No, fuck that. I said, brother, with me, like whatever amount you get every time, I'll be there. Give me 5% off where you're giving the rest of these guys. Give it to me for 85%. Give it to, or if the market's 85, it depends on the month, right? The time of year, like obviously 2024 or 2025 in the summer. I think the summer slowed down a bit. I can't remember. Things were a little bit different. I'm like, dude, take 5% off and you can just exclusively work with me. Like we can do this, bro. Like any scale you want. No, fuck that. That's what they all say. No, I'm getting maximum value. Okay, bro. All right, bro. You just can't talk sense into a lot of these people, at least in my local area, for sure. So yeah, no, local is dog shit. By far, the best collections I've gotten is from viewers, 100%. They watch a stream like this, or they watch one of my videos. They hear me. I took the Dan's approach. Excuse me. From Catch 'em All Collectibles. Because I was trying to figure out like how do I buy collections, right? And the way he does it is you send it to him in the mail. He pays you that same day or the day after. It really depends. Business day. I want to clarify business day because the banks aren't always open. And that's worked really well for me, man. Like by far the best way to get collections is just from viewers, like people who watch the channel and yeah, they just hit me up on Instagram. Hey DJ, this is the list. I prefer a list with TCG, but I'll take collector app. It saves some time. At least then we can like copy and paste into TCG. We're always going off TCG. If it's slabs, I don't really like buying cards or slabs to be honest. But if I were to, it'd be off eBay. We'll take the last like 3 to 5 sold, find an average, and then I pay you that same day or the next business day, and it's worked out really well. I will say anything over $5,000, I would probably like to wire you, and the bank needs to be open for that, right? Anything over 10,000, I definitely need to wire you. I have done an 8,500 PayPal payment, and that was on hold for 2 weeks for the person receiving their money, which I felt really bad about. Not my fault, nothing I could do about it. But when you're sending over 5,000 on a lot of these apps, they're gonna flag it and they're gonna make you wait. So that's why I recommend you're smart if you're patient because being patient for one extra business day or one day is probably going to get you your money a lot faster than just rushing to get your money tonight on PayPal. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Ripped. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, the next play. So Anon asked me that today. What's your next move, DJ? Okay. Might be some hopium here. I've only locked in 20 ETB so far for Prismatic. I'm working on getting a 100 pack off somebody. Not sure if that's going to work out. The next play that I'm hoping to do, God, I'm hoping this happens, but again, hopium. I'm hoping that Prismatic really gets a nice decline here for the ETB specifically. God, please. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I hope between GameStop, between Walmart, between distro, blah, blah, blah. I'm hoping we can get close to that 150 range. And then I can pick up a bunch of cases, a bunch of cases. Like I said, we've locked in a little bit of ETBs. Those are fine, but I would like to lock in some cases. I know distro prices, depending on your distro, depending on your size, blah, blah, blah. People are telling me they're paying $90 to $100 for the ETBs. They've been really transparent about that online. So that's why I feel comfortable saying that. So, if they're paying 90 or 100, sell me the cases for 150 in ETB. That's a 50% markup. That's what I'm hoping my next play is. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but I'm hoping the right person hears that. And they're like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll take the 50% gain and I'll take whatever quantity you got within reason, I suppose. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping the next play is, but I'm not super optimistic on that. Probably more than likely what's going to happen is some people are going to hit me out for loose ETBs. I'm not going to pay as strong on loose as I would as sealed cases, obviously, because it's just annoying to deal with. Like, yeah, it's just annoying dealing with a bunch of random ETBs. You can see behind me, like I used to have 150 of these loose ones, and over time, 2 of them will get loose, become B grade, or a little cornered over time, or maybe you didn't see something wrong with it. People slide them in their collections. People are really, you'd be surprised about half the people try to get one over on you. They'll say everything's minty, everything's nice. And then when you get it, pull it out and it's not minty. And you're like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, I swear that happened in packing. Yeah, I bet it did, buddy. No, they just hide it in the middle. And a lot of people do weird shit, man. So that's probably what will end up happening. But I do hope that. Another thing, I'm hoping these go well, but obviously I haven't bought a bunch of them. I only had 2. I want to grade these, or at least this one. This one's really nice. Lowest I saw today, I think, was 100, but it looks like they're averaging 130 on eBay, and the price is just going up right now. Is it going to stay like that? Honestly, I have no idea. We'll see. But I would love to make a play on the Pikachu with the swirl in the 30th anniversary. Those are still like $2 right now. I think $2 or $3. If you guys know what I'm talking about, the 30th anniversary. You sold yours for 130. Nice, bro. Hell yeah. It was just 100 yesterday or 90. So it's moving up. I think I want to make a play on the Pikachus. I think they're really, really cheap, man. And if you get one with the swirl, so I bought 3 or 4 cases recently. For whatever reason, those aren't selling. I looked at all of them. I found 4 that have like really dope swirls, and one has like a cross like this. And I was like, oh shit, like a Jesus cross, like below Pikachu's butt or something. I was like, oh shit. I might take those out. I need to look through the plastic a little bit better if they're going to grade well, because otherwise it's not worth my time. But if those can grade well, oh, buddy, I think those are going to do really well. They say 30th on them. We haven't got the 30th hype yet. Like I said, you could pick up the 30th cards for like $2-3 right now. I'm considering making a play on those, man. But I would prefer to make a play on the swirl, which is much harder to find. DJ had a horrible interaction with a customer while vending today. Person kept trying to haggle for a lower price. It would not take no for an answer. Became confrontational. I've had that. Yeah. I would consider myself a fairly nice person. Not all the time, fairly nice. But yeah, I've had those happen. And yeah, I don't put up with that shit too long. I'm not gonna lie to you. I 180 real quick. Real quick. Um, I'll tell you a couple examples if you want to hear. I had this older dude. He was obviously trying to flip, which again, I don't care. Come to my table, buy my shit, flip it. I'm cool with that. I mean, I'm no better than anybody else, right? That being said, this guy, I had UPCs for about $20 under market back when they were, I think they were 130 even. You guys know what I'm talking about? When UPC were super easy to get. I had them for like 115. Like, bro, you can't even buy them for Target for 115. But I had just got them in a collection that morning for 80%. So I was going to make like $10 or something. I don't even know. Maybe it was $5. Whatever. I just want to get rid of them. They're big. I didn't want to carry them home, but I got them at the shelf for 80%. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck yeah. Anyways, this older dude was like, 115. Yeah, I would never pay that. That was his first comment to me. I was like, okay. He's like, what's the best on that? I said, do you know what market is? He goes, I don't pay market. I pay MSRP. I said, that's funny. MSRP is 130. He goes, well, I'm not paying that. You got those from Costco. I said, no, I didn't. I said, what? Yeah, dude, I haven't got anything from Costco. Are you fucking crazy? I didn't tell him that part. But I did say, hey, I didn't get the, what are you talking about? I just picked these up this morning. It's just his sales pitch, right? Some people are dicks, bro. He's like, I'll give you 90. I'll give him what you paid for him. I was like, what? I was like, he's like, yeah, I can just go to Costco and get them. I said, then go to Costco. That's exactly what I said, just like that. Then go to Costco. Go buy them. You're not getting these from Costco. Are you joking? You think you just walk in Costco and just, get $90 UPCs? Anyways, so I didn't have to do this, but I pulled it out because, I try my best to have all the collections that I have written down on a notepad. But since I just had bought in that collection this morning, this person, he's a viewer of mine, can't think of his name. Awesome dude though. He had it all typed out on an Excel and like price you pay on or market on TCG. These are my favorite people to deal with, by the way. I will pay them a little bit of premium just because they did all that hard work. The collector app's not really hard work, but he did all the hard work for me. So he has TCG, that day's price. Then he has 80%. So I said, dude, look, I paid, I forget, 105. I said, look, or 107. I said, you can see. I paid 107. I'm asking 115, bro. Make it $7. He goes, nah. He goes, how about 93? So at this point, I'm getting a little upset, right? But my kid's there. It was his first show and last show, but so he goes, how about this? Let's take 40 off. I'll give you this card. So he pulls out the Charizard promo, the Godzilla looking one from the Sword and Shield one. He goes, how about this? I go, ooh, that's a nice card. So I look at it. Dude, this thing is beat. Like, I don't even know if it's lightly played, to be honest. It's a bad condition. So can I look at it? At first I'm really excited. He goes, that's 40 market. Let's just take 40 off it. I said, I'm not giving you $40. Then I'll start looking at it because I'm not going to, why would I trade in for full market, bro? I have to make a profit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me not even touch this Gengar. This might 10. So anyways, I take it out. I was like, dude, because he told me it was near mint. I said, look at that. He goes, that's nothing. Are you joking right now? I was like, brother, look at that. Both corners dent. Back white. Messed up like other corner on the back. I said, dude, this isn't near mint. He goes, that's near mint. I said, that's not near mint. I said, look at this thing. This thing is beat up. He goes, all right, this is what we're going to do. This is what he tells me that I'm going to do for my item. He goes, this is what we're going to do. I'll settle for 35 off in trade-in value. Whatever that was, minus 90. So he's still stuck on Costco price, by the way. So he's like 55 plus that. Let's shake. I said, no, what? I was like, bro, I will give you $20 for that beat up ass card. I'll probably be able to sell it for like 27, 25. And no. Yeah, no. And then so the guy goes, well, I'm not paying scalper prices. I said, brother, that's under MSRP. And so I told my son, I said, go use the bathroom. He's like, what? I was like, go use the bathroom. So my son walks away. I said, look, dude, get away from my table. Now I said just like that, like get away from my table, dude. He's like, oh, come on, we can work this out. Okay, okay. How about 100? I said, get away from my table. Like, dude, unreasonable people. There's a lot of unreasonable people, man. A lot of unreasonable people. I've had when a kid does that, I'm never gonna be mean to a kid, but I've had a lot of adults do that, bro. A lot are very pushy. And yeah, I flip it real quick. Like I'm always when you come to my booth, hey, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Like I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm in a good mood. As soon as you give me that little bit of attitude, smile goes away. I said, no. Mm-mm. And then, that energy you're giving me, I'm gonna give you similar energy. Similar. So yeah, don't put up with that shit, bro. Fuck them. You have to be, I'm not saying you have to curse at them. I never cursed at the guy. Um, but yeah, don't put up with that shit, man. There's a lot of dirt bags out there. A lot. Yeah. Don't let it get you down, buddy. With this customer. Yeah. Welcome. And so I say, whatever these aren't selling is usually an indication to get the. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. You just walk into Costco. I'll go to Costco. Well, then fucking go to Costco. But what it is, you'll learn the more you vend. Maybe you've been vending a while. I have no idea. But I've vended a lot before Pokemon's, right? So from comic books. So I know what I'm doing, man. I know how to deal with these cocksuckers. Uh, you're not going to trick me, bro. Like these guys, there's so many sharks and there'll be other vendors. In my experience, most of the people doing these kind of things are other vendors. Journey Together Market non-enhanced was like 250 at the last show I did, and enhanced was like 240 or 245. I don't remember. I had mine listed for 230 and 225. A steal. A steal. Journey Together, $25 and like under market in person. Are you kidding me? Come on. That's a no-brainer buy, right? He goes, Journey Together. I'll give you 200 for each of those. I said, brother, do you know market? He goes, yeah, market's 250. I'm not paying 250. This is a different person, obviously, at a different show. I said, and I know he's a vendor because I've seen him at shows before. I'm telling you, it's the vendors that are the worst, bro. He goes, give you 200, I'll buy them all. That's exactly what I said to him. I said, brother, I paid 220 a pop on these. I'm making $10 or whatever it was, 10, $15. I said, no, where? He said, then I'll just go buy it somewhere else. I said, then go buy it somewhere else. I said, just like that. I showed my hand out, go. I said, tell me where in this show you're going to go find Journey Together for $200 for $50 or I guess $35 under market. I said, I'd love to see that. And he rudely left. That's what they do though, right? Because you got to think, if you're at a show and there's 150, 200 people, I guarantee you 15 to 20 of those people will crack. Because they're probably a new vendor. They're scared of confrontation. Whatever. Like they don't like that feeling, and that works on a lot of people, and they're predatory. Like I hate that people do that to people, but there's a lot of predators out there. Like they will attack you, bro, and they will take advantage of you. Now, those ones are super obvious. The ones that aren't as super obvious, I'll just give you some vendor tips here for Pokemon. The ones that aren't super obvious are the people that try to be your friend. Now, there are people that are genuine. I'm not saying there aren't, but be careful with that. A lot of people will butter you up. Hey, what's up, dude? What's up, man? Never seen you before. Like in the morning. Yeah, what's up, bro? And a couple hours in, bro, I really need that for my PC. And again, I've done comic books a million years, so I already know how this works. And I go, oh, for your PC, huh? What they'll do is they'll get it for 80% off you, 85. And a lot of these cocksuckers, they don't even have the decency to like wait till the next show, bro. Or when you're not looking. They'll walk across your booth, put a sticker on it, and put it right in their case. I'm telling you, it is the vendors most of the time that are sharks, and they'll get you. If you let them get you, they're going to take advantage of your ass. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's who you really got to watch out for. Yeah, crazy people out here. I tried to be super polite and reasonable, but towards the end, I just told him to leave since he won't be making the deal. Yeah. For me, I'm pretty quick on, or I try to be pretty quick on like cutting the deal fast. That's something my friend taught me pretty well. You kind of get the vibe for most people, but if they're a nice person, I don't mind them hanging out at the table. Like look around, let's have a chat. That's fine. But yeah, you can tell if somebody's just wasting your time. I'm not saying you even have to tell them go. Now, if they're rude, tell them go. But if they're not rude, and you're probably nothing's going to come from it. Yeah, Yeah, don't be rude or anything. Just, you know, focus on other things. As I'd say. I think that's probably like the most polite way to do it. You know, you'll figure it out. Like the more you do it, you'll get the vibe for sure. If the market stops going up, I'm pretty sure 90% of vendors are out of business. You think so? I don't know, man. Because as long as you buy at your percentages, like you're good. I think you're good. I mean, I guess if you over leveraged and just bought a huge collection at like 90% or some shit or some crazy number, yeah, sure, that'll hurt. But no, your percentage always adjusts. That's something I talked to Dan about like yesterday. Um, as long as you're, the nice thing about when things slow down, uh, is your percentage drops, right? So like right now, unfortunately, I'm paying 80% for sealed, which separate ancillary products. I don't even want those. You guys can keep those. I pay like 75 max, like right, like tins, uh, you know, 3 pack, 2 pack, loose pack. I'm not into any of that. For me, it's just not. It just sits on the store for months, so it's not worth my time. But right now, you have to pay really aggressive. And if somebody comes to you with the good sets, you got to pay like 85%, which sucks, right? Paying 85% for prismatic, all this shit. To be fair, it moves really quick, so that's why you pay a higher percentage. However, when the market slows down, you're not paying 80% anymore. You're not paying 85, bro. You're offering like 70. So you still get it well under market. So even if the market turns, as long as you're, keeping your percentages lower, because right now, not gonna lie, people don't have to sell for 70% or 75, right? They don't have to, because the market's really hot. And if you won't, there's probably 20 other vendors that will pay a higher percentage, right? But if things slow down, yeah, man, you can get away with much cheaper percentages, and you should because it's not going to move quick, So for sure, for sure, definitely. Since I started vending in December, what a difference, man! Holy crap! Like, dude, in December, I was paying 70% cash, and other vendors were like, "Bro, what are you doing?" Because the market was really slow in December. October it started. November was very slow. December was like crazy slow. You guys remember like moving through Phantasmal Flames? So I was paying 70% cash, and the vendors around me were like, "Dude, what are you doing, bro?" And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Bro, everybody's paying 60, 65. What are you doing? The market's crashing." And I was like, "Well, I think 70 is fair. 70, it's good because I knew I could put it on my store still and still sell it. And these guys don't have that option. They haven't built a YouTube channel. They haven't built a website. They haven't built anything. So if they can't sell that day at that show, they're fucked. Or me, I'm like complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, I don't give a shit if you buy that. I'm trying to go to these shows to really buy product for my store. Um, what do you think about perfect order? Sell, buy, hold. Okay. Well, I have 5 cases right now in the store. I can tell you not one is sold of the cases. Um, I have I didn't put the ETB cases up yet just because I think what I paid for them is what they're going for. The booster boxes, uh, I did put those up because we can make a little bit of margin. I think it's like 130 bucks a case or 140 or something. It's not much. But the ETBs, it wasn't worth putting on. Uh, I don't think you're ever going to go wrong in this type of market. Not saying in a bear run, but I don't think in this type of market, picking up a booster box for 200, 220 is a bad idea. I really don't. Obviously, try to get as low as you can get it, of course. But like, dude, at the end of the day, it's 36 packs. You know what I mean? And MSRP on a pack is $5 before taxes. Let's call it 530, right? Depending on your state. Let's call it 530. If you can pick up packs for $6, 615, 630, I think you're fine. I really do. Now, would I go heavy into perfect order? I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't go heavy. But if you just want to have some fun, you know what I mean? Everybody's been asking for MSRP. I feel like 200, 220 is close enough to where like it's not MSRP, but it's close enough. You know what I'm saying? Have some fun with the set, open it up, get the Clefairy. Um, yeah, have some fun with it, but I wouldn't go too heavy in it. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't go too heavy in it. You see them on Facebook for 170? Yeah, like that. Absolutely. Yeah. Like I'd be buying that if I like the set. If I like the set. Now, investing, I probably wouldn't go too heavy in it. I'll probably end up keeping one of the cases. Hell, at this point, it looks like we're going to keep all five, which was not the goal. But I just can't, in this market, man, I just can't imagine. that these booster box don't stay at 200 or something. You know, if we were in a different market and Pokemon was everywhere, and I know at the moment it's on shelves, right? But so was the UPC. To be fair, UPC is way better than this product. I get it, but I'm just saying a booster box sitting at 170. I just don't see that. I just don't. So I think you'll be fine. But yeah, I wouldn't go too heavy into it personally. Get a box, throw it in the closet, see what happens. You'll be fine. Can I send my shiny link and see if you want anything? Um, yeah, you can DM me on Instagram. Yeah, sure. Let's see. I'm not looking for deals that are like under anything under a couple thousand. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really not worth it for me. Deals that are like 2 to 3K, I make 300 bucks. Sometimes 450. It's not really worth it. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. So I would really like to get like minimum $5,000 deals done. Feel free to send it to me. But just full transparency, I'm not like super motivated to buy smaller things, but it's never off the table. If you got some good stuff and the deal's right, yeah, we can always make it work. Used to get booster boxes for less than 140, and I thought that was steep. Haha, that was years ago. Mm. See, I'm very fortunate. I don't have price memory with Pokemon, so that's really nice for me. Maybe that'll bite me in the ass, but sometimes I like to hope that's good for me. I don't have that memory of like, oh man, I used to get these for 80 bucks. I'm like, oh, 180, let's do it. Uh, but I'm also thinking very differently than probably most people. So understand that, right? Like there's really three things here. You're an investor, you're a collector, or you're a business owner, whether that's online or like LGS. So I used to be all three. I'm two of those things currently. So I'm a collector and I'm a business owner. I used to be an investor, uh, but now I just can't get the Pokemon I need for the stores. So I have unfortunately had to sell a lot of like the personal collection to fund the business. Um, I would love to be more investing, but we'll invest more in the bear run. It's okay. Yeah, my buddy's going crazy with Mega. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean Mega's been doing great, right? Like Mega's been doing really well. Shit, Phantasmal Flames going nuts, right? ETB's over 100 bucks a little bit. I think the booster box like 350. Um, yeah, I think Mega Base. I haven't looked in a while. I think it's like 270. It's doing well. Like the Mega Block's doing fantastic. Obviously, Ascended Heroes is a home run. And yeah, Mega Evolution been really good. I think for PO, PKC, ETB, safest bet. So funny you say that. So I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw this in online, I thought it was like the ugliest thing ever. Now, do I think it's good looking in person? I don't think it's a great looking ETB, but I will give it its credit. The green is much better looking in real life than I saw online. Now, do I care for Zygarde? No, not really. Is it a great looking ETB? No. Is this promo cool? Yes. It's kind of cool. Not my favorite, but it's kind of cool looking, right? It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Sometimes you just gotta see stuff in real life. It's okay. It's all right. It's not a bad looking ETB, I'd say. It's like a C. Maybe a C. Maybe it's just a regular C. I was gonna say C plus, but it's probably not even a C plus. To be honest, it's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. It's kind of like, eh. You know what I mean? I don't know what you guys think, but I will definitely give it its credit. The green is a lot cooler in real life than the pictures I saw. But I don't know. I get it. It's all right. I do like the Clefairy though. I think that's a really dope card. There's a Meowth. I don't really care for that Meowth. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, maybe if I saw it in person, I would like it. I have become a fan of a lot of things uh, once I saw them in person. I thought Twilight Masquerade was a really bad set, not gonna lie. But once I started seeing the cards in person, I was like, yo, these are kind of fire. And I've actually become a fan of Twilight Masquerade. Now, I wouldn't go heavy into it or anything, but it's way better than people give it credit once you see the cards in real life. And so there's a lot of things that I just see for the first time in real life, and I'm like, yo, it's kind of fire. It's kind of fire. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe when I see, because I didn't even think the Gengar was cool in Ascended Heroes. Not gonna lie to you, was not impressed at all. I pulled the Japanese one. Somebody bought Mega Dream during one of my live streams, asked if I could open it for them for the stream. I said, sure, why not? We pulled the Mega Gengar, and seeing that in real life, to be fair, it's Japanese. Japanese is always far superior to English. It was awesome. I was like, okay, I'm a fan now. I was definitely a hater, but once I saw it in real life, I was like, okay, this Gengar is pretty fire. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta see stuff in real life, man. That Meowth doesn't care for you either. Wow, words are hurtful. I have it in Japanese. I pulled it out of an 8-pack collection. Nice, bro. Yeah, gorgeous card. Some things just so nice in real life. Still learning this market. Did perfect order drop faster than any other recent releases? Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Um, let's see. By far. Yeah, by far. I think the closest drop, which isn't a one-to-one because they didn't have a booster box, was Phantasmal Flames. Phantasmal Flames was hyped, dude. Like super good. And then about 7 days in, it just died because it's such a small set and it's really just Charizard or nothing. Some decent cards in there. I like the Meowth. I like the Piplup. Jigglypuff's cool, but it's nothing crazy. And the set is so easy to master set. It's really small. You pretty much open one booster box beside the two Charizards. You pretty much are done. It's very, very small. So it doesn't keep people engaged for very long. And it was quiet. Like, dude, Phantasmal Flames was so quiet. I think January started to pick up a little bit of steam, and definitely in February picked up a lot of steam. And look at us now, right? Going into April, Phantasmal Flames, the talk of the town. Everybody's talking about. Nobody wanted it. I was selling ETBs for $75. I barely sold any. I bought 100 for 70. Tried to sell them for 75. Nobody wanted them. I offered free shipping. Nobody wanted them. No, dude. I think I sold 10 out of 100. Like from my $75 ship to sale, just nobody would touch Phantasmal Flames. Everybody's like, man, this set sucks. And you give it a couple months and everybody loves it. Now, I don't think Perfect Ore is going to get that exact same treatment because it doesn't have a Charizard, right? What's the big card? To me, it's Clefairy. I don't think the market agrees with that. I do like that Clefairy a lot more than I like the one from Journey Together, but I also do like the Journey Together one. Let's check it out. Perfect Order Clefairy. Let's look. I think it's a good looking card. What do you guys think? Let's see. Give me a moment. I'm pulling it up. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is a pretty dope ass card. I like this card. I think it's pretty cool. Now, obviously, the market doesn't care for it. I think it's dope. I think it's a better card than the one from Journey Together, or up on par at least. But hey, market doesn't agree with me, and it is what it is. Perfect Order is a joke. Damn, joke's crazy. Yeah, but you know what? Everybody wanted MSRP, and here you go. There you go. Now you get a set, and will people buy it? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. They wanted MSRP, and now they get it, and apparently it's still sitting on shelves for MSRP at Targets and stuff. I haven't confirmed that. That's just what I've been told from people. Let me know if it is for you guys. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see on that one, man. But everybody got their wish. There you go. Bought a bunch of Perfect Order to sell on the site. Ended up ripping it. Oh, damn. Yeah, I got a good amount of Perfect Order right now. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't sold one. To be fair, I'm not racing to the bottom. So I put my price to where like this is my bottom 215 a booster box. We're pretty close to that. I think market's like 207, 209. So I think any day now, somebody will pick them up. You just gotta wait, Just don't race to the bottom. That's what I would say. Like, don't try to panic. It is what it is. Hold it. It's Pokemon. We're in a bull cycle. Somebody eventually will buy the shit. Got ETBs and bundles of Perfect Order. Trying to rip it right now. Have too much. Hey, and that's what it's all about, man. Have some fun. I get it. I got 2 kids. They like opening packs just as much as I do, arguably more than I do. And we have fun. So we will end up probably opening a perfect order this weekend, I think. I don't think I'll do a booster box. I don't think the sets, I don't think I'd want to open a booster box right now. Probably just open ETB with the kids, see if they like it, gauge their interest in it. My son didn't seem super thrilled about the set. He looked at the chase cards and he's like, eh. So if the kids don't really like it, I probably won't. We opened up some Nil Zero and they had a blast. We got the Clefable. So they really liked it. They really enjoyed Nil Zero. But to be fair, my kids love opening Japanese. I would strongly suggest Japanese if you have kids. Like, I'm not saying you need to go all in on Japanese, right? But like, if you're gonna spend 200-300 bucks on English, I would suggest buy a booster box of Japanese. If you get the specialty set, it's only gonna be 10 packs. But if you get a regular set, it's 30 packs. You can pick up Nil Zero for like, I think I'm selling them for like 55 or 60. I don't know, but maybe you can get it cheaper somewhere else. The point is, you're going to get a lot of value out of it. You're going to have some fun with it. We're English, man. You guys know, a lot of the time you just strike out. It's a very sad experience. So I would say mix in like one little box of Japanese in there, and you're going to have fun. Even if you fail on all your English, you'll at least have some fun. And the pull rates are a lot better in Japanese. So it's just a fun experience. It's not all about the money. You think Pokemon will overprint? No. To the point where it becomes like perfect order? No, not at all. I really don't, Junk. No way. Ascended Heroes, honestly, they could probably print like 3 times what they did right now, and I think everybody would eat it up. It'd be gone instantly. I think there's just too much money in the market right now. Now, I'm not saying in the future things won't change. I would be shocked if Ascended Heroes in particular, became to that. Well, they don't have booster box. So what's the equivalent? $75 ETBs? $60 ETBs? No, definitely not. No way. There's just too many people. You have to understand, if I had the opportunity at this moment to buy Ascended Heroes, like I would probably buy 200 or 300 ETBs. Just me, just me, right? And you got to think there's so many people that have way more money than me. And they would probably buy 1,000 if they had the chance. 3,000, 5,000. I bet you Rudy would buy like 10, 20,000. You know what I mean? There's too many people that are willing to buy that all the new stuff coming out that I just don't think it could possibly get to that low number. There's too many people. And then there's people who have a little less money than me, blah, 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 right? And they would all buy 5 each, 10 each. And then below that, there'd be a bunch of people who want to buy 3 each and 2 each and 1. And no, I just don't see it. No way. No way. Anytime soon, anyways. DJ, want to take a shot at the reason we are in a max bubble? If everyone is using TCG player pricing and there's limited sellers on the platform, people have more in the closet and garages than listed. Ooh. So that was more of like the first part of your statement was a question, but then you told me the answer to your question, which then injected your opinion. So I don't think there's any question that you asked me. You more told me something. I respectfully disagree, but that's fine. I mean, you think what you like. That's fine. And every PokeTuber is using TCG to point out the prices. Yes, most are. Most are. Not really sure how that changes things, like where you look, but maybe you'll say something that will change my mind. Hey, what do you think of Luminous City and Mega Moonlit set coming out? I have not concretely seen those. I don't want to comment on things that are not 100% verified. Now, if they are, I'll look it up right now. But to my knowledge, I know there's something Japanese, but I forget what it was. So again, I don't know if that's official. If it's official, let me know. We can check it out. But I don't really want to comment on things that are rumor, because so a lot of times they don't become true, and that'd be really sad. Yeah. So yeah, no, I want to come back to this comment real quick, which again was like a question, but then you didn't ask me a question and just gave your input, which is fine. I think, okay. So when you say PokeTubers as well, like I get the vibe of like, you obviously don't like PokeTubers or this genre of PokeTuber. That's fine. Like what you like. I think a other content creators who at least perceive to not be interested in money might be hyping up a large crowd of people. And I don't think they're doing that maliciously, I guess would be a good word. I don't think they're maliciously misguiding their audience, but I do think that the people that are watching those like videos of like, yeah, guys, it's possible, man. We could do it. We don't give into the scalper. Don't give into that. You know what I mean? I think those people could really sway a lot of people that there's way more product than there actually is out there. Um, Rudy from Alpha Investments, if you watch his take on this, I strongly suggest watching him. He knows far more than I'll ever know in my entire life combined. But if you do the math and you really think about it, it's not actually possible for that much product to be around. Why is that? Okay, Rudy himself says it all the time. Very large account. He's had his distro accounts for over 20 years. And if they can get product out, believe me, Rudy's going to get his product. Rudy can't get close to the numbers that he wants. Okay. So if Rudy, one of the biggest accounts out there, a self-proclaimed largest collector out there or investor or however you want to say that in the world, arguably, but in his opinion at least, if he can't get close to the amount of Pokemon that he desires or would like to have, what makes you think that people like me or people like you or people watching are just sitting on so much product? Like if you think about that rationally, if Rudy can't do it, how could your LGS do it? Because your LGS is going to sell out. Everybody's going to sell their Pokemon. If they're paying distro prices of ETB, depending on your account, depending on the distro, blah, 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 let's call it like $35, $37 in ETB. What idiot would not sell all those for a 2x right off the bat? I guarantee you most of them are going to, right? And even then, they're probably getting a small LGS, 2 or 3 cases, a bigger LGS, 10, maybe a larger one than that, 15 or 20. Those things are gone. So yes, there are a lot of LGSs that will get these things, but they're instantly liquidated. They're all gone, right? They're all sold. They're all spread out. So you get the central point of, okay, I have 10 cases. That's great. And that's for your city at that one LGS. Those get spread out to 50 different people, 100 different people. You have to understand, it's not like all these things are going to one person. So there can't possibly be this large warehouse or something in a market like this. There can't. It doesn't exist. Or I shouldn't say it doesn't exist. I don't know everything. It more than likely doesn't exist because not that one entity or person is getting the product that I think a lot of the other side of PokeTubers are putting out there. You know what I mean? I don't think it really exists to that level. Not to mention all the rip and shippers. You have to also understand there's one other variable that maybe you're not considering. Botting, right? I don't care. I'm not here to judge. Do your thing, right? But we have to talk about it. When a Walmart drop comes out, I believe the last stock people were saying it was 300,000 on Walmart. Is that true or not? I don't know. Let's go with the number $300,000 that just came, or 300,000 ETBs. Do you think that 300,000 ETBs went to collectors or something? No. What happened is more than likely the botters took 200,000 of it, 250,000 of it. I don't know, right? Guessing here. Let's just go with 200,000. All of that gets sent to rip and shippers or some kind of cash out group or something, right? And so they take that. Do you think they're going to sell for MSRP? Heck no. What they're doing is they're, like I said, sending them to rip and shippers who are going to pay 90% for this stuff, and it's going to be ripped instantly. So all of the supply can't go to the end user. I mean, it can, but it's going to go in singles, right? Rip and shipped. It's all controlled in a certain flow, a certain way. You understand? It's not going to happen. There isn't some one person that's buying up all the Walmart drops that come out and then just putting them in the garage and like, yeah, I'm going to have enough for supply to crash the market. I don't think so. I really don't. Again, not saying in a bear run that won't happen. I just don't see that being possible in a market like this. I'm just saying, I think everyone is just hoarding product and believe their product is worth as much as TCG Player is showing. But as soon as much larger accounts start listing on the platform, prices tank. All right. This is a very vague statement. Can you name something specific? Like, for example, prismatic, ETB, or something that you're thinking, so we can narrow it down a little bit better rather than like, people are looking at TCG player for Pokemon. Like, it's just too vague. Let's get a little more specific. Thank you for being civilized, at least. A lot of people aren't civilized, so I do appreciate it. It took a lot more effort to get a large position than it used to. Oh, 100%. So, should I buy the sealed ascended case for 1500? I started collecting last month and want to invest in cases. God, man, you just started a month ago. Man, all right. And I want to say this: I am not qualified to answer this question. More importantly, I am not qualified to answer, um, things in your life. So please understand that. Make this decision for yourself. But I will try to look at this and tell you what I would do if I were you. So market right now for Ascended Heroes ETB case is 1435. If you really wanted to buy, I'd probably be looking at like, 1400. I think that's a pretty fair offer. If you did have to pay $20 for shipping, it's not that big a deal at that point. I mean, you're spending $1,400, right? So I wouldn't pay 1500. If the market's 14, like you're paying full market. Like there's going to be plenty of people who want to sell to you. I just sold a case for 1350 at the time. That was full market. A week later or 5 days later, it goes up $80, So it's not that big of a difference. I wouldn't overpay to that level, especially if you're just buying a small quantity. Like it sounds like you just want a case or two. I think paying full market, almost everybody's going to sell to you. Just like there's no reason for you to pay an additional $80 on top of it. Now, if you want, okay, I would say for me, in my opinion, the only time I would like overpay like that is if I really needed a large quantity of something, which hasn't happened, full disclosure. But if somebody came to me, I'm trying to imagine this fantasy here. Somebody was like, dude, I got 100 cases. Not that I could afford that because I couldn't, but I'm just pretending here. If somebody was like, DJ, I got 100 cases of Ascended Heroes ETB. Do you want them for 1500 a pop? I think at that point, I would say yes, because they can offer me something that no one on earth is probably going to give me. So I would be willing in that very specific situation to overpay because now I don't have to deal with anybody else. And they're going to get me something that no one else can. But you paying full market of 1420 or whatever it was, dude, a bunch of people are going to sell to you. So I hope that helps answer your question a little bit. Wenzel on YouTube probably rips 2K packs a stream. Oh, I believe it, bro. Shout out to Wenzel. Personally, I don't like buying from Wenzel. One, because the line's like 3 or 4 hours, but two, he opens it so fast that I can't enjoy it at all. It's like, and I do trust his word on it. He probably is doing great business. I'm sure he is. But I can't verify it. Like I can't even see what he's doing. Can you guys see? Maybe I'm old. I don't know. I am 36, but I literally don't even see what he's doing. He goes, no hit, no hit, no hit, no hit, no hit. So for me, it's just not even an enjoyable experience. Hoarding has always been a thing. I remember 2021. Same was said about hoarding. Yeah. People are going to keep saying that every bull run. Again, guys, I really think it comes down to hopium. I think people are just hyping their audience up. Like there's going to be so much. I guess I read that one. Measuring stick of what every product is worth. Well, found the guy with Dollar General and I'm paying 165 per 4 total tomorrow. Facebook Marketplace is good unless he flex. Yeah. I'm in Canada. Thank you, DJ. Just started my online store. I accumulated 3 years of product and going to shows as a vendor now. Just let you know your content really helped me. Well, thank you. Well, thank you, man. I hope you have a lot of fun with vending. Vending is very enjoyable. It's not something I will be doing forever, but I do enjoy it. ECG player is a huge factor in this bubble. David, listen. Um, if you're gonna make broad statements, like you gotta say why, because like I'm reading what you're saying, but it's not really like an explanation. Okay, I guess what I'm trying to say is TCG Players is such a small selling platform that people actually set up as sellers and list tons of product. Like, what does that mean? Like, again, I'm not trying to be a jerk. Like, people list a lot of product on a website. Like, that's what I'm reading. Like, I don't know. Am I misunderstanding what you're saying? Like, when you make a statement like this, TCG Player is a huge factor in the bubble. Based off of what? Because a lot of people list stuff. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. I feel like I'm reading all your comments, but we're not hitting home here. We're just missing so much information. It's just blanket terms, like let's get real specific into the weeds. Let's get into the detail. Like if you have something specific, like name it, help me land this plane with you. Oh, okay. I pulled the Mega Dragonite. Yo, congrats. That's great. I'm going to sell it once it hits PSA. Pre-grade is 10 worthy and use the money to invest. So you're assuming it's going to hit a 10. Ooh. Yeah, Wenzel is a machine. Shout out to Wenzel. Would you rather buy single boxes of Ascenda Hero ETB for 95 each or a sealed case for 1200? Sealed case. I'd buy both though if I had a choice. I disagree with you guys on TCG Player. I saw on TCG Player and Race to the Bottom is real. Without TCG Player, prices would be higher, not lower. That's a really valid point, and I think that's 100% true. I completely agree with that. People on TCG is the reason it drops so much. So if you look at pre-sale numbers, it'll be like maybe Perfect Or is a really bad example. Let's not use that. It's a bad example, right? But we can use it. I think it was 130, 125 range, right? I'm sorry, 230, 235 for the booster box pre-sale. Well, as soon as it goes, as soon as it launches, all the people that were panicking, they don't list for 230. They say, dude, Perfect Order is a bad set, blah, blah, blah. They're the people up there that put it for 180. And that is what causes, if there's enough people, which there was, it causes the price to come down. So if anything, TCG Player often is really helping, especially for early launches and especially for bad sets. I would agree with that statement. Yeah, it's a fun watch, but quite chaotic. Wouldn't buy from him either. Oh, Wenzel? Yeah. I have bought from Wenzel before when he was much smaller. So I remember Wenzel when he had like 10K subs. He was still doing vertical and he was still killing it, but he didn't have quite the business he has now, right? So it was fast, but it wasn't. I could still see it was like when I watch Rip and Ship, when I pay for Rip and Ship, when my money's going to them, I want to see the cards. You don't have to show me all the common cards. I get it. But when we start getting to like the reverse or the hollow, let's slow it down a bit. Let me get my money's worth. Because statistically, I'm not going to get my money worth on your overpriced packs. Let me enjoy my 17 seconds. You know what I mean? No, that's just like this. He opens like all the common cards like this. And then the good cards, you can't even see. I'm like, what if you're scamming me? Again, I don't think he's scamming, but I'm just saying, like, what if you are scamming me? How would I even know if you're scamming me? I can't see the shit. So yeah, for me, it's not even good for entertainment. DJ, you aren't old. I know you can still run an average 8-minute, 5-mile. That would be way faster than the fastest man in the world, right? 8-mile 5 or 8-minute 5-mile. You think I could do 5 miles in 8 minutes? Even in my prime, I don't think anybody in Earth could do that. No, yeah, definitely not. A minute. It'd be a minute and 50 mile. Yeah, no, nobody's doing that. Special set product investment versus regular set product investment 5 to 10 year. I'm all about the specialty sets, man. I love me some specialty sets. A little bit of exposure to the non-specialty sets is good too, though. I would buy Surging Booster Box case runts. I like Surging Sparks Booster Box. Yeah, they're a good set. The in-person scalping has been reduced a lot, though. Machine glitch fixed. Oh, did they actually fix it? And hard limits in store now. So, is that true? I feel like I've been watching a lot of videos on Instagram, and the limit thing is not true. I could probably go for the machine glitch. I'll just take your word on it. I would be I would be shocked if the limit thing is still going. I could tell you at my Walmart, I've heard that the 5 limit, nobody gives a shit. So it doesn't even exist. So I find it very hard to believe that like you could possibly get all these grocery stores to not implement, what's the word? Enforce. I find it highly unlikely that all grocery stores nationwide are like enforcing that rule. That sounds very difficult to do because it's not like, there's one brand that has it. It's not like Albertsons. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Albertsons. I don't know what that's like. It's like Publix, something like Publix, if you've ever heard of that, like HEB in Texas, stuff like that. There's no way you're going to get 3,000 different companies to like comply. Like, yeah, we're going to listen to your rule. Like, I don't know. No, not enough people list product on TCG. It's a small sample size of the actual product out there, and everyone is using it to determine what their product is valued at. Okay. All right. I see where we're going with this. So I hear a lot of problems. So let me ask you this, David. You tell me what's wrong. I get it. You're saying TCG. I think we've got to where your problem is. So what would you say is a better idea? What should people be using then? I have a feeling you don't have an answer to this. Now, we'll see if you impress me. You might impress me. I don't know. David, let's see what you got. This reminds me of people who claim that like SAT doesn't actually check for intelligence and doesn't actually work, or these tests in schools aren't effective. There's a lot of complaints. It's really easy to complain. So then my question to those people is, what would you replace it with? They're like, well, I don't know what I replaced with, but I know it's a problem. Yeah, everybody can complain. So what's the solution then? That's what I want to know. Okay, well, I'm new still, so wasn't sure if a 20 to 25% premium on case is worth it. Okay, here's the thing. There is a such thing as case premium, absolutely. But paying market for a case is fine, but you're overpaying even on the case premium market. And that's where I would say I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't over whatever the market's the market, right? Like you can never complain about the market price. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or bad, works in your favor or hurts you, the market price is the market price. So yeah, to pay full market, it is what it is. But to go over full market for a case or two, I would not. I would not personally. That's just me. First partner makes sense as a buy for investment, but how about the Pokemon Day 2026 collection boxes, even ones without the swirl? Hmm. Well, pretty sure these are still in my store. This is an interesting one. When they first came out, oh, I sold out on the Ascenda ETBs. I don't know when that happened. Um, oh shit, they're not even on my store. What is going on with the bugs in my store right now? No wonder they didn't. So, dude, I really got to look through my inventory. This is driving me crazy. I'm listing things on my store and they're like literally not on there. There is some major bugs right now with my Shopify. Okay, give me a minute. That I was wondering, like, why is nobody buying this? Like, it just doesn't make sense sometimes. That makes so much more sense. That's the second item tonight. Somebody found the Journey Together non-enhanced were not on my store. So I have to take it off the store and put it back on. And hopefully that fixes it. Thank you so much for bringing that up. I just be wondering sometimes, like, why won't this sell? Why is nobody buying these? That makes a lot of sense. Give me a moment. Thank you for reminding me that. Where are they? What did I call this? Oh my lord. Holiday? What did it? Oh shit. Calendar? Oh no. I don't even see them on my store. Is there a different name? Collection? How did I say? I saved whatever TCG's name is. Ah, I found him. Oh, look at this. I have it in draft. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I didn't even have him live on the site. That's the second time tonight. How many other things are on my that I think are on my store that aren't actually on my store? And I'm like, that's crazy. Thank you so much for catching that, even though you didn't like know what you were doing. That's the second time in one day. That's crazy. Waiting for chaos. I think chaos would be cool. If nothing else, I really want chaos for my collection. Buddy, 8 minutes average for five. Oh, that's nothing. 8 minutes for oh, that's slow, bro. Yeah, I could do that. Hell yeah. Yeah, 8 minutes is slow as shit. Oh, of course. Yeah, now they just vulture the vending machine and bully everyone. Did you see the one where the dude put his hands on the guy and then the guy retaliated with choking? Hey, maybe I wouldn't be choking people, but I'm all with that. Don't ever put your hands on me. Who the fuck? So, he didn't hurt him. The guy came up to him, like shoved him or something. You can't really see, but the guy randomly just put his hands on him and he turns like his reactions, you know what I'm saying? Like, get your ass off me. Like, I'm with that. Again, I don't think I probably would have choked him, but I would have done something. Anon talking about booster box being handpicked is not accurate, by the way. Think about the logistics of that and the sheer time that would take. Also, if you look at boxes, they are all very uniform. Oh, hold on. Let me send him a picture of this. I'm going to DM him this. Maybe I'll put this on a thumbnail. Hold on, let me smile. I'm going to DM Anon that right now. Give me a minute. Okay. I just DM'd that to Anon. Let's see what he says. Okay. So I have no idea. Oh, I think he responded. No, he didn't know someone else. I have no comment. I don't know. What do you want me to say, bro? I have no idea how they're packing their stuff. I'm going to go with what Anon says because what would I say? Oh, what do I know, bro? Brother, I'm a random YouTuber sitting here in a room. Like I have no idea like what Pokemon does or doesn't do. I have no idea. Confirmed booster box or hand packed. There's a video on it. Now, to be fair, he does have a video on it. Now, let me go back to this comment. What's up, TRJ? I know you're still here, buddy. Where is that response? Okay. I need you to explain this to me, Angry. So, what? Okay. I'm curious how you would know that. How would you know that information of how Pokemon is packing their ETBs or booster boxes? Because that's a very bold statement that you made. So, how would you know that? How do you know? Have you been like in the factory? Are you a factory worker? Like, I have no idea who's right or wrong. Like, well, what the hell do I know? I'm curious how you know that. My local grocery store has a 2-item limit on Pokemon, but will let you buy as many as you want if you do several transactions. Okay. Somehow 151 ETBs haven't had a case premium. Well, shit, they're up so much. Honestly, just think it will come with time and more people with large supplies start selling on TCG Player after the bull run slows down. I think people underestimate the amount of the amount of money Pokemon makes on the machines and their willingness to end that. There are about 2,500 machines with about $5,000 worth of product restocked weekly. Interesting enough. So Nostalgianomics one time, I don't think he still does it, but he had an ad or like a paid sponsor thing. I don't know what it's called, but he had one where you could buy your own vending machine, but you also had to put the product in yourself. So are they all like that? Don't know. I think it's very unlikely that like the Pokemon Center is going around nationwide and fulfilling all those machines. I think it's more than likely what Nostalgianomics was doing, where you pay for the franchise name. You know what I'm saying? You buy a vending machine, you get the rights to the Pokemon Center vending machine. And there's really not much more to it. I really think it's probably people just going around and filling it themselves, because that was the opportunity. I think it was, don't quote me on the price, I think it was like $5,000. You get to buy your own licensed machine. After that, you had to fill it up yourself. And just like buying a Chick-fil-A, just like buying a McDonald's or a Subway, you still have to pay those royalties for using that. So I don't know how accurate that information is. Yeah, I don't think it's coming from like Pokemon Center. Yeah, I think it's probably just their own stock. But they can't just grab 30 in the cart. I doubt like it used to be. It would be socially enforced somewhat, never lined up. Yeah, I bet in more affluent areas it probably is, but I would be I would be surprised. I would be very surprised. I'm sitting back taking my product that have 3 to 10x over the last year and getting 80, 85% what TCG player shows. That's fair. 80 to 85% is fantastic. Yeah, if you can get 80, 85%, good for you, honestly. Yeah. Nothing wrong with doing some profits or taking profits when you want. Hey, if that works for you, I love it, you know? Especially, dude, you made 3 to 10x in 1 year on your product. Like, good for you. Like, I'm telling you, crypto isn't giving that right now. The stock market's definitely not giving that out. Gold, silver, none of that. So yeah, anything you can 3 to 10x and get 80 to 85%, that's fantastic. You're killing the game. I'm not sure what the complaint is. Do the math. $2,500 times 5,000 times 52. Okay, this is, I think maybe you wrote this before I said what I had to say. Solves the buyout problem and cuts the number in half. Uh, we saw this week what they did with the limits impacted sales. I can't comment on that, right? I have no idea. I don't know what the sales data number is. Do you? Like how are you, Daddy-O, or hopefully I'm saying your name right? How are you getting the data like nationwide of all the Pokemon vending machines that are inside random grocery stores? I'm very curious how you're collecting that and how you know how the market is in all of them simultaneously. Sounds like you might be a supercomputer or something. I highly doubt you have that information. But hey, who knows? Maybe you're him. I'm holding on to all my first partner. Yeah, great cards because they're gonna slow down printing, and when series 2 and 3 come out, uh, I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. But I think it's good to hold. Yeah, good product. The AH premium poster collection boxes seem a really good buy considering the price per pack. 100% agree with you. 100. I put a open case on these on the store today, which I really didn't want to do. It's 3 Lucario, 3 Gardevoir, but I need to buy some more collections. So I'm going to keep a couple of these, but I had to let go of an open case, man. I really don't want to, but there's other collections I got my eyes on. That one actually breaks my heart. Like I genuinely think that's going to make a huge run. Maybe not right now, but eventually. I don't really talk about my job, Parity. That's assault. I got you, brother. Thank you for the content. Well, thank you, my friend. DJ, can you help me? Which box do you use to ship booster box and ETB? Booster box, I do a 6x6x4, and one single ETB, I do 8x8x4. So again, booster box is 6x6x4, double wrapped. I cut off the corners because they're a little too wide on the booster box. ETB, you don't need to cut off the corners. So 8x8x4 for one ETB. For two ETBs is you just change the last digit, 8x8x8. If you want to do three ETBs, it's 8x8x12. If you want to do four, I don't do this because it gets too long and like skinny. Oh, that's what she said. It'd be 8x8x16, but I don't do that. I'm using a, God, what am I using for four? 15. You could do 15x8x8, but I'd probably just do the 15x10x10. 14 is a little bit too tight if you use bubble wrap. If you're a dirt bag and don't use bubble wrap, you can get away with a 14x10x10, but I feel like you're doing an injustice to your customer. So I would use a 15x10x10 for four, or you can get away with a, 14 or 15x8x8. But I like the 10x10 because that way you can give them their extra bubble wrap. Confirm booster box. Standing at machine, waiting 30 minutes for a drop that might is the dumbest thing in the world. Yeah, you can't reason with these people. I've had booster box cases sealed from Pokemon, missing a booster box, hand packed error or machine error. Ooh, I don't know. Machine in my area has maybe 1, 2 boxes max, maybe 13 items. Machine in my area gets stocked like 1 time every week. Why do the vending machines all sell at MSRP? All right. I don't know all the answers that you're looking for. Oh, check Discord? Okay, I'll do that, TRJ. I don't have all the answers you're looking for. I'm going to be honest with you, as I always am with this type of thing. This might be shocking to you, but a lot of people get distro pricing. Okay. So let's call it you're getting an ETB for $35 or $37. You can then afford to sell that ETB at MSRP. I know, shocking, right? Shocking. But that's how it would work. What is this video? How Pokemon cards are made. Huh. Oh, it's 11 minutes. Can you tell me what part to watch? I don't want to watch 11-minute video. Let me see. The creative process, blah, blah, blah. Tell me what time to look at. Let me see. Maybe there's timestamps. Printing and foil techniques. Precision cutting and error. Secret playtesting lab. Okay. Yeah. Just let me know what time to look at. Oh, 7:42. Okay. And again, I don't know if this is true or not, guys. We'll take it with a grain of salt. We'll take it with a grain of salt. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but hopefully you'll be able to. Type 22 if you're able to hear this. Oh, that is definitely hand. Okay. That's definitely hand packed in this video. That is definitely hand packed. Now, who made this? Industria? I don't know what that is or who that is, but let's continue. I don't want to get copyrighted. That oh shit, they're hand packing the booster box too. Look at that. Look at that, dude. That is 100% hand packed right there in this video, which again, take with a grain of salt. I don't know how good or bad this is. Hand tapes as well. Hand put the label on. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Okay. Not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna show me like a machine doing it. Okay. That was a pretty good one. Shout out to TRJ. Oh, you guys couldn't hear the audio? I apologize. I was muting it every now and then to get around damn. Hey man. I get it. Hey, look at that. Hand packed. Again, I don't know who that video is made by or what or the validity of it, but look pretty good. Sam's Club online drops recently. I was able to beat botters both times. Hope they do more. It only worked on Android though. PC. Nice, man. I'm not worried about fun employed flippers at big box stores. More worried about bots. Online drops have been brutal. Yeah, I mean, online drops are like it's such a waste of time, bro. Such a waste of time. Yeah. I mean, listen, on a very small scale, yeah, you could probably pick up two. You know what I mean? You might even turn on your wife's phone or husband's phone or whatever you have, brother, mom. Yeah, you might be able to get two more, right? But it's not a scale that matters. You know, it'd be enough for you to have some fun for a 20 minutes, 5 minutes, you know what I mean? But it doesn't affect the market. DJ, you're awesome. I don't know what I did awesome, but I appreciate it. What are your thoughts on promo cards? There was a lineup of 60 people at EB Games just for the Gengar. Brother, I went as soon as I heard they opened the other day. I think that was Friday, and I got one. And then today, I got really lucky. I went again. We're celebrating my kid's birthday. Today's not his birthday, but it comes on a weekday, so it made sense. And I said, hey, do you guys have any more Gengars? I'm pretty sure this is going to 10, bro. I'm pretty sure. And he's like, you know what? It's funny you ask. I found 3 under the keyboard. This is what he told me. I found 3 under the keyboard, and he lifted up the keyboard and he goes, here you go. I got one just for you. I said, oh, thanks. he found one under the keyboard. How many more did they find or store? I wonder. I have my suspicions though no evidence, that I would imagine nationwide, there's probably a lot of found Gengars under keyboards. You know, the store probably gets 50, 100, and they're like, oh, shit, man, I'm about to get rich off this motherfucker, man. You know, oh, sorry, guys, we're all sold out. I would almost guarantee that's happening. I would almost guarantee. The tape isn't always even as it was machine. It would be perfect every time. Yeah, my dude, some of the cases I get, the tape is AIDS. I don't. Let me make sure I don't mess up the booster box. Yeah, it's on this side. I mean, I have so many that are just like obviously not like professionally done. Like, where is it? This. Hold on. Look right there, bro. You see that? I mean, you'll see this example, dude. I've seen cases where the tape comes up to here and then they start right here. Like, there's a huge gap. Like, yeah, no, I believe. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And this is a confirmed official box. I opened it live on stream for you guys. Battle Styles. We're almost sold out. We got 2 left. You know what I mean? Like, it happens, bro. Like, yeah, I would believe the hand thing way more. I would believe they're doing it by hand for sure. Why wouldn't they use machines to pack instead of manual packing? Watch the Anon TCG video today. He had me on his show. It was pretty awesome. So I'm very honored that he had me on the show. And he mentioned that something about, again, just rewatch it because I'm not a subject matter expert on this by any means. But the way the machine puts it in, it's off a little bit and it fucks it up. Now, I don't remember, was that ETBs? Was that booster box? Genuinely don't remember, but I guess the machine just can't do it yet. Maybe at the new facility they can. Again, you're talking to the wrong guy. I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. But that's from my understanding. It's just like a human's better at it at the moment, unfortunately. Not even a tape machine, hand packed. What the fuck timing? And so again, please watch the full video of Anon. But here's the thing. I'd love to hear TRJ's opinion on this because he's here. When Anon says, you know, these reprints are coming, it's not just like, oh, he's bored and saying that, right? And I have no idea if he's right or wrong. There's no way for me to know, right? I'm just telling you so people understand what he's actually saying. He's not just like, oh, reprints are coming. Well, okay, well, there's more substance to it than that. People see a title, people see clips, people see mentions of that. And so that's all they see. They don't really watch his videos. I watch his videos. So I actually understand what he's saying. And like I said, had him talk about it a little bit more on today's stream. It's not like, oh, I'm just pulling this out my ass. I'm just bored, right? No. The reason it's taking a little bit longer is because they're doing it by hand, I guess, and that slowed things down or they haven't got to the number that they want. There's more of an explanation. Whether that's right or wrong, again, how would I know? But I'm just saying it's not just like, oh, I'm just bored. There's reprints coming, and it's taking it stalled a little bit because I'm wrong. No, it's not because I'm wrong, motherfucker. It's well, I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying. It's because it's taking a while to do the shit by hand. So I think people at least need to mention that. Again, maybe I'll be right, maybe wrong. There's no way for me to know. But let's at least get the whole story of why it's happening correct. TRJ says, nah, the reason they aren't getting booster box reprints is because they're only printing prismatic. It feels that way, doesn't it? It certainly feels that way at times, for sure. I know it's not actually happening that way, but it feels that way, huh? Man, their obsession with prismatic is... Take advantage of it, guys. Take it, in my opinion, at least. What do you think, TRJ? I would love to hear what TRJ says. I personally think, dude, every time they reprint, buy more. Fuck it. Take advantage of it. Because eventually, one day, you're never going to get it again. So anytime you get a 10% deal, 5% deal, 15% deal, whatever it's going to be, who knows? Take it. Take advantage of it, man. Get as many as you possibly can. The buy hand excuse is cringe. They've always done that. It's hard for me to say, right? Like again, I don't know, bro. I have no idea, right? Like either way, I don't even have a distro, right? Like who the hell am I? I'm just some random dude on the internet, just learning every day. We'll see. I would just assume they had enough money to calibrate the damn machines, the cruise boxes. Like, geez, what do we do? That for me is the biggest one. It's like how how have we not figured out how to get the machine right? Yeah, that one's the most surprising. If nothing else, um, it's like, damn, we haven't figured that out yet. That's interesting. Black Bolt, White Flare is the sleeper hit set that will go through the roof in a couple of years. Hmm. I don't disagree with you. I think Black Bolt and White Flare is a fantastic set. I really do. I genuinely do, man. Ever since I first opened it, I thought it was great. It's a great experience. It's got everything you could ever want, except for like the big Pokemon, and the more favorable ones. Besides that, if you can get over that and realize there's, 9 generations of Pokemon and you can get over, oh, it always has to be Gen 1 or 2 or 3 or something. That aside, the opening experience is phenomenal. You could potentially get a God pack. My son did get one on week one. That was awesome. It's a lackluster God pack, but it's still a God pack. So it's still nice. It's got that going for it. It has a ton of IRs. Every single Pokemon gets an IR, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't a fan of the was it Gen 6. I wasn't a fan of Gen 6. That being said, I am now a fan of Gen 6 because the cards grew on me. It was such a fun experience. You always get something. You always are gonna get an IR, and they're gorgeous IRs. A lot of them are really good looking. Besides that, so that's 2 things. Besides that, there's, SIRs that are pretty nice looking. Some really cool SIRs, and some of the trainers are really nice, like the Ends Plan, love the Ends Plan. Not to mention, you have top dollar expensive IRs like Seismitoad in there. Whew, that's an awesome card. It used to be like 400. I think now it's settled around 130. The 666 thing didn't get banned like people were saying it was, but still, you always have the chance of that. And then, not to mention, if you like really expensive cards, it also has very expensive cards. It has some of the most expensive cards in Scarlet and Violet. Did you know that? It has 2 versions of the Victini. It has the Reshiram BWR. So all 3 of these are BWR, or 4, I guess I should say. And then it has the Zekrom. I own all 3 of those. I found all 3 of those myself or with my family. Gorgeous cards in real life, dude. So freaking amazing. So awesome looking. So it's got everything you could ever want besides like the most popular Pokemon. It's got the cute factor. If you, especially in White Flare, holy shit. I will tell you, I by far sell more Black Bolt and White Flare than any other set when I vend. Most of my vendor friends will say the exact same thing, unless they're like more into vintage and older shit. But for the most part, um, everybody will tell you Black Bolt, White Flare, you can't keep it in stock. Everybody's trying to master set it. Everybody's trying to collect it at these shows. These collectors love this stuff, man. And I get it. I master setted Black Bolt. I almost finished White Flare. Love it. It's got everything you could want. I think it's fantastic. I really do. It's such a good set, man. Like fun to open, has top chase cards, some of the most expensive in the entire era. Um, unique too. Like these BWs are very cool, man. An all black card, an all red card, and an all white card. Fucking cool, dude. Like it's just cool. Like everything you could want. Everything you could want in a set. I mean, God packs, like I said, like I don't know. It's just such a great set. Prismatic is the reason. I don't know. It could be, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe Pokemon just loves them some prismatic. They probably wrap the damn pallets by hand. We need a mass PokeTube live stream. I totally agree. TRJ, I don't have the power to bring that together, but you're at like 14, 15K subs. I think you could probably have the power. I think you do. I think you'd have the influence, but it's not just influence. I think at that point, I think it could be mutually beneficial on a larger channel. Because like if somebody comes to my channel, I mean, I don't think they're really benefiting a lot. They might like my vibe, they might like talking to me, but it probably doesn't really help their channel. But somebody like yours might, but not my. It would definitely get like a lot more viewers, or get a lot more interest, and get more people to want to sign up to it, rather than if I hit up 6 people, and I'm like, hey guys, you want to hang out? I'll come on my stream. They might be like, maybe. But if they come to like a bigger YouTuber, and a bigger YouTuber presents that, I think it'd be a lot more powerful, because it's at that point mutually beneficial. That being said, if somehow I could get a massive PokeTube live stream, I do think it'd be a record live stream for me. Um, but I think for the person hosting it that's bigger than me, which is pretty much everybody, I think it would also be their record. And so it could be even bigger. So, yeah, maybe you should coordinate something like that, man. Coordinate that. I think you could definitely do that. And that'd be awesome. I'd love to check that out. I'm not big enough to probably be in it, but I would love to watch it. That'd be fun, man. I love watching people fight. And even if they don't fight, I don't care. I'm down for all types of content. You guys know me, man. I like watching business content, a little bit of investing content. I like watching people argue. I don't care. It don't matter to me, man. The internet's the internet. It's not like real life to me. So it's like, I don't care. I'll watch whatever, bro. I'm always watching YouTube and there's never enough business content or there's never enough investing content. So, hey, if I got to go down the rabbit hole and watch everybody fight amongst themselves, I like a little MTV. You know what I'm saying? You heard? uh, what country are you in? I'm going to give you a hint. The land of the free. Wrapping a pallet by hand isn't fun. Oh, that sounds terrible. Gen Z workers get caught up in the turntable pallet wrap machines. I like the red, white, and blue black cards. Yeah, the BWRs from Black Bolt White Flare. That's sharp. Yeah, dude, they're sick. They're sick, man. I love them. Yo, DJ, how do you feel about the Sword and Shield Crown Zenith set? I love Crown Zenith. I think it's a great set, man. It's a little bit too pricey for me at this moment, so I probably just will watch the ship sail and ultimately probably regret it. Um, but that's okay. No, it's fine. I think it's great. Right? It's cool. The hit rates are good. Great cards. Great top chase cards. Fun set. Like who wouldn't want to open that? Maybe not now. I think what's the ETB at like 350. Yeah, the CN what's that box called? CN what? I don't know. It's like midnight, right? That's 1 a.m. Oh my god. You go to bed. Holy shit. That's why my brain's not working. I think you can pull it. I like how you said to need 100K to get started. It's honest and safe. So many people go all in so little. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I just don't want to see people get hurt. I genuinely care. Most of them get less live viewers than you. You think so? I, I don't know. Maybe. Nah, there's definitely a lot of people get way more views than me. You get more views than me. Chuck gets way more views than me. Profit. Nostalgianomics, obviously. Uh, Definitely Brian. Who else gets more views than me? A lot of people get more views than me. Who else? There's some, yeah, there's a good amount. I don't know. Sea and Sky, yes, thank you. Hey, TRJ, what you know about hippie? Hypey? Bay Area, yes, sir. I don't know nothing about that. Afghanistan, that was a bad guess. Thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh? Listen, man, I used to like Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid because you could actually play it and it was pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. You said be gentle. This dude said be gentle. No, no, I have a lot of respect for Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't play it. I don't collect it anymore. As a kid, I have good memories with it. The Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I forgot the OP thing that was like a 5 pieces and shit, and you like auto win or some shit. Like that was cool. So my memories are good. But I don't really care for it. Besides that, I am excited for like some of the newer stuff coming out. I would probably just collect that. I think they're having like these crazy full arts and serialized cards and all this shit. Is it going to work? If there's money, it will work. If they can get those serialized cards like how it should be, like what Final Fantasy did. Obviously, that's a much more famous IP, but if they can do something like that, I think money would come to it, and I think it'd do really well. I really do. I genuinely do. I'd be looking into that. I enjoy gambling for serialized cards. Sure, I know I'm not going to win, but I opened up a couple Final Fantasy packs like an idiot. That didn't work out very well. It wasn't many. It was probably like 4 or 5, but they're expensive. But yeah, I root for Yu-Gi-Oh. Hope it does well. I don't think it will. I'll tell you what I prefer over Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's see if anybody knows me. Who can take a guess? What do I prefer over Yu-Gi-Oh? Which I don't collect, but I wish I did. Let's see if you haven't figured it out by now. I'll spoil the surprise. If there's one IP that I wish would continue to do well, it would be Dragon Ball Z, we'll just call it Dragon Ball Super, whatever. I am a lifelong fan of the Dragon Ball Z franchise. And Super is pretty cool. And like, I really want, like, when I heard that Dragon Ball Super, I think it was making this huge comeback. And dude, I was excited. Now, to be fair, I wasn't involved, but I'm rooting on the sidelines. You know what I mean? Like, the better Dragon Ball does, like, that makes me happy. The Vegeta's where it's at, bro. Like, you're a wussy if you like Goku, man. Goku keeps getting the Toriyama hand job, which is really annoying. Like, Goku's always the star. Goku, yeah, the Toriyama hand job, right? Like, was just fucking, like, all these people don't earn their powers, and it's just lame. But Vegeta, he always earns his shit. He's always like the underdog. He never gets any W's. Like, they'd be disrespecting my boy Vegeta, but yeah, I really want the franchise to do well. Yeah. Um, I do want to say I did not invent the term Toriyama hand job. I watched some funny YouTuber one time say that, and it always stuck with me. Yeah, Piccolo, yeah, yeah, dude, that new movie was ass. Where they gave him the Toriyama hand job. He just wished for some powers. I did not like that. I don't like characters just wishing and getting free powers. That shit sucks. They be giving out free power. Gohan's such a bitch, man. I can't stand Gohan, by the way. Whoa, what the fuck? Boring show compared to One Piece? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That is crazy. Yeah, but Dragon Ball Z is like the best, man. You're tripping out right now. Tweaking. Fusion cards are cool, but I enjoy collecting some super. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball cards. I'm just a huge fan of Dragon Ball in general. Obsidian Flames ETB to 180. 180? Isn't it like way up? Let me see what it's at. I mean, last sold 245. Let's see. Next, well, a bunch of no-name sellers for 230 range. 260 is the next one for like an orange star. Nah, I don't think so, man. It's rotating out. No, I don't think so. Why would it go down? No, you're not going to get it again. That's it, man. If you didn't get it by now, maybe there's a warehouse with some left over, but no, I don't think so. I think I'll do fine. I'll be honest, I don't really like investing too much money into sets that have a booster box. Like specialty sets, of course, right? Do it, but non-specialty sets, yeah, invest a little bit. Yeah, but I wouldn't go so heavy into it. You said Charmander promo. I mean, that's a valid point. It's a valid point. It's a good ETB. I don't see it going to 180. It could, right? That's not that far off for where it's at now, but yeah, you should be fine. Toriyama was high the entire time writing Dragon Ball content, period. Whole thing. Magic and bullshit. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy work. All right, guys, girls, please, if you have not already, please like this video. We put in a lot of work into our streams. This is the second stream of the day. Oh my God, 4 hours. I'm going to bed. 60 likes. That's okay. That's not bad, but hit your like on the way out. I'm going to give you guys an invite to my Discord. Please keep in mind, it is free at the moment. I will not probably always have it free. We'll see on that, man. I don't know, but feel free to join it now if you'd like. And you can also check me out on Instagram. So there's the link for the Discord. I don't really announce that unless I'm live streaming with you guys for the Discord, because I don't want too many people in there. I'm going to be honest with you. It gets annoying. But hey, there you go. There's the Discord. There's the Instagram. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, I will be live with Pokey Profit at 6 p.m. So if you're excited to see us talk to Pokey Profit on this channel at 6 p.m., 22 in chat. I'll know you're excited. So I look forward to talking to Pokey Profit. So in case you guys need content, Friday, which was yesterday, I streamed with Dan from Catch 'em All Collectibles. This morning on a non-TCG's channel, I streamed with Anon. And then tomorrow we're streaming with Pokey Profit. So I'm really excited. Crazy weekend for us. Great collabs, great conversation all around. We're learning a little bit from everybody. Last week we did one with Retro Specs. and TRJ. And those were awesome too, man. Like it's nice getting like everybody's viewpoint. Everybody does a little bit different thing, this and that. Some own businesses, some don't. Some do consigning, some sell seals, some sell Japanese, some whatever. Oh, I sold my Fable today, TRJ. I don't know if you're still here, to a viewer. My dumbass said 250 a pop before I seen the market price. But hey, we made our money on it. Good call to TRJ. Shout out to you for that. We did really well. You're killing on the content. Well, 22. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody. I got to stream tomorrow and do some other things.